Alright. So, last time, shenanigans ensued as usual. And, well, where to begin? This was the first time multiple parties were getting together. We had the grand escape with 2 carts by you 3 and a lily merchant named Baldy, who then, running through the woods, ran upon 2 avian folk, one unconscious with a gut wound and possibly poisoned, and the other one, well, he doesn't talk. Ever.
He has a chalkboard.
He has a chalkboard, yes. Yes.
We learned that.
Or at least a piece of chalk.
Piece of chalk.
Yeah. He doesn't have a chalkboard. He has a piece of chalk. Corrections.
When I said I was drawing a catfish for him to order the food,
Yeah, I was like...
I was drawing it on the bar.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys did that. You guys were being hunted, outpaced them for the most part, decided to take a long rest in the middle of the Kananlir forest, where
Don't be a negative.
bad things happened to said Baldy. Baldy wanted to be ignorant and run. He got shot.
He sure did.
Yeah, he did. Not long after, you all made it to out of the woods and stumbled upon the 8-mile run tavern and inn, at which you all got the enjoyment of meeting a young halfling bard, Jimothy.
Enjoyment is a strong word.
I mean, by his perception, it was your all's pleasure to meet him.
Yeah.
Shortly after that, your pursuers caught up to you outside of said tavern, where a one-on-one combat ensued, and one of the party was nearly slain. Two death saving throws, and our bard came out valiant in the end, saving lives.
Life.
Well, his story will include lives.
Okay.
Many were saved that day.
Yeah. Due to his heroics. You all lost said procured carts. Not before retaining a little bit of loot off of someone who was previously shot, but not after you guys had the chance to take full stock of what you truly had in your possession at the time. It's a true shame. You all went back in. Rooms were procured after a couple hours because people needed to vacate. And you all went to bed, and a new day has arisen.
And now
New
I'm
day.
not done.
Okay. Where am I at? Whose room am I in? Am I with him in the stable?
They propped him up in the
Okay.
chair.
It's a good thing he didn't stay on the wagon.
He was in the chair, but he went up and...
I mean, I might be better off that way.
It's like a weekend at Bernie's kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they at least decided to drag you around.
Yeah, you would definitely wear weekend at Bernie's.
I listened to the stream.
They thought about leaving you in the cart, but
Hey,
my buddy over here...
I would have had a new party.
It would have definitely made things more interesting for you waking up. That's for sure.
Our lovely Fenor had given you a lovely potion, which didn't wake your ass up.
But it did save your fucking life, so
It
you're
was
welcome.
like a
because-
hangover cure. But
Yeah.
It
I
just,
know.
it's going to avoid your headache.
Yes.
I
Hopefully
gotta buy a
that,
new fucking potion now.
hopefully that helps some of your hit points. So,
Exactly where it should be.
Right in the middle. Bukkake.
Hockey.
It's fine, just ignore him.
It's all right, Peter.
Right in the middle, covered in everyone's love.
That's right.
right.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well,
Are you rolling for how much you put on him?
No, wait. I'm not even here yet. No. No.
So we're waking up here at the 8 Mile Run.
Yes, at the
And-
8 Mile Run.
Everyone basically still stumbling about.
You
No,
guys are waking up.
I wake up first.
No, you don't fucking wake up first.
He's been sleeping for like 2 days straight.
Shit.
Somebody's gonna wake up and know that you're awake now.
Hell's no.
Who the fuck am I gonna tell?
Nobody
Exactly.
asked you.
I wake up, I grab my gut, because that's where the thingy
Yes.
did the stuff things.
Yes.
See, I'm good to go. I'm stealth. That's a 15. Then I'm going to look around, which is a 12. What do I
Okay.
see?
The sun is just cresting over the horizon through the tiny little window that is available. Very, very simple room with 2 beds.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, did you end up staying in the stables or did you stay in the room? I don't remember if you bought them or not.
No, they were. The first.
From what I remember,
Upstairs.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I thought it was a room too, but somebody said something about stables and threw me
No,
off.
no. He had went into the stables at one point.
Yeah.
Target.
But
Archery.
yes, target practice. But he has a room.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, I'm continuing on wherever I was at. Room, simple, 2 beds, little nightstands in between, candles on them. They're burnt out at this point, but simple. That's what you see.
Sweet. I feel a tiny pain at my neck,
No.
like a feather was removed.
What? Who would do such a thing?
Right?
You're just like, oh my butt. What the fuck?
Right?
His whole ass is gone.
While
The
I was
entire
gone.
thing.
Well, I'll wake him up and try to figure out where the fuck he's at. Because I don't know.
Tavern. Go downstairs.
I'll go downstairs.
And then downstairs you go, young bird folk.
Now y'all can wake up.
Okay.
So Fenor and I, we had, bungled up for 2 ladies
We're
together.
bungled?
Bungled. We were bungled. Waking up and trying to get ready to figure out how we're gonna get to Conconver because we don't have any.
That's only 8 miles.
Yeah, we don't have any horses. We don't have any boofaloos, nor wagons. But I guess we'll head downstairs.
Sure.
I know he has alcohol. Maybe he has Irish cream downstairs.
Trying all kinds of things.
Have you seen Azek?
No.
I go down the hall, knock and try to find
Judge me.
Isaac.
What the fuck did you do, Peter?
I have a T-shirt in my book sack, but it's
Is it not yours?
no, it's,
No, it's
Got a
a,
giant
no, it's a Bukaki shirt, you know.
Yeah. Got a giant cock, cum stain on it.
no, it's full of holes.
And come stay.
I didn't know it was like acid, Peter.
That's some ammunition
Shit.
coming.
Anyway.
Shotgun.
It kind of looks like what happened to it. That's the around the house shirt, right? You know, you got the fucked up shirt full of holes. What you wear?
And you put it in your backpack.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I put it in there.
I'm not washing this shit today.
No, it's clean. I just don't remember why I stuck it in there.
Anyway, so we're going downstairs.
But it's definitely not going to protect you from the rain.
No.
It's fine. You're just slipping on the fucking car.
Dude, that hurts so much.
Oh, you're
Anyways,
fine.
Why ain't you wearing shoes?
Because I didn't feel like having to stand in wet shoes.
Yeah, but shoes give the whole thing of not slipping on concrete.
Nah, man, my ancestors ran with no feet, with no shoes on, no feet on.
Yeah,
Some of
Cut
them
their
maybe.
feet off.
And they were also running on dirt.
He didn't slip into
Tomato,
it,
tomato, dirt, concrete.
Big difference in fucking ability to make you fall on your ass.
Oh, same thing. It's the white man's
So you
concrete.
so you're saying it's dirt would make you fall on your ass too?
I mean, if you ran like a fat ass like I did to get here.
Hit that mud patch and go.
Okay, so we're going downstairs.
Uh huh.
trying to find Isaac. Seeing
Very hooked.
which room he was in.
Oh, what?
Which room was he in, or which room was he unfortunately in?
Oh. Oh. Knock, knock.
I'm not answering the door.
Keep walking. I'm gonna try to see if maybe downstairs there's an alcoholic beverage or breakfast.
Okay. What does everybody else do?
I'll order food because I've been asleep for a long time.
Excellent.
I'll give it another 5 minutes and then I'll haul my ass downstairs.
Okay. Okay.
Awaken, put on my finest clothing, and then grace everyone with my presence.
Excellent.
I'm staying in my room and brooding.
As one should. Excellent. Alright, well, as you all come downstairs, the menu's pretty simple. It's pretty much sausage and eggs for breakfast. It's pretty straightforward. But it's not expensive. It's about 4 or 5 coppers, depending on the size of the platter you want to get.
Well, I noticed this one's finally awake. But he doesn't know me because he was asleep. So I'm just gonna sit at the bar.
Okay.
Glad to know that
Nora
he's alive.
sits at a bar.
Yeah. Elephant-sized bar stool.
Not so much. Rides a little bit, but you know.
She's
Do I get any vibe from the one that was comatose from the last few days?
I mean, you make a check if you'd like.
With that, like basically, if this person is sly or
That would be insight.
okay.
Just wait till
14?
she talks to you.
14. I mean, do you want to roll deception or do you
Sure.
want to be straightforward on this?
Natural one. Telling her all the secrets.
I went to bed till I was 12. Didn't ask that.
Thanks for the info.
I'm missing a bird feather in my butt. Don't look.
Yeah. What? You seem a bit sore. What happened?
I got here, saw some shit, got shot in the belly, and I woke up here.
Hi, I'm Nagara. Who are you?
Kilprax.
Kilprax. You and the other feathered friend traveling. How long have you been traveling together?
3 weeks.
About a month, a little less than a month. They were probably about, they were probably about a full week ahead of you guys, so their pace is a little bit slower than what yours was. So
Met him a month ago.
Okay.
Almost burned down his house.
Oh, okay. Where?
I gotta hear that story.
What are y'all doing?
you were here for it.
I was not. I was.
Oh, you were not.
She
Fantastic.
was not.
Fantastic.
What are y'all doing? Like.
Now you understand why I clicked the feather and gave it to Jimothy.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
Anyway.
But I know we're kind of inadvertently traveling together. We're going to Conconver and hoping to find an adventure.
I'll say Conconver in your voice and tilt my head.
Well, a few things that all of us are looking for in that city. So I have to check my notes.
Let me just pull up my thing from here. Put on my fit.
Yeah, she's only got a minor
And
journal going right
what
now.
are you?
I am a moon elf, and I am 5'9", approximately 130, very white skin, black hair, a bit of like silvery and blue highlights, and I have, how would you say, very clear blue eyes with flecks of gold.
A moody elf. Gotcha.
There you
And
go.
very bright purple outfit.
Yeah,
Negative image of a drow.
Pretty
Like
much.
a white hair, black skin.
Yeah.
Fenora and I are both very purple, dressed.
Although Fenora looks like she's wearing like, parachute pants.
To make forgeries. Would I add anything to that?
Do you have a forgery kit?
Yeah.
Do you have proficiency in the forgery kit?
I give myself
No, but I have
permission to
advantage
say,
on
"Fuck off."
forgeries.
Just to you.
Just go and sleep.
Kinku.
And then
They have
we'll wake him
advantage
up
on
in
forgery?
30 minutes.
You have advantage on checks made to
It's
produce
so
forgeries
cool.
or duplicates of existing
Rolling so
items
hard.
or objects.
Okay.
I'm just seeing if there's anything else that I add to it.
Yeah, so you won't get, I mean, depends on what you're trying to forge.
Well, I'll pull out
Fuck it.
some paper from the forgery kit, use my knife to cut it in half, and I'll make a little rose.
Oh. Shit. Use your dexterity, I guess, on that. I mean, you won't get proficiency modifier because you're not proficient with the forgery kit, but
13, so that's a 19.
he produces a rose.
That's pretty neat. Sort of like an origami.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you're talking, I'll do that, hand it to you.
Very cool. Thank you. Stick it in my hair.
Ah, you have one origami rose for your hat.
Very cool. Thank you.
You have one less paper.
Half a paper.
One less half
One
of
less
it.
half.
Inventory minus half one.
Yep.
Very good.
Excellent.
Well, when I make it downstairs, I'm gonna look to see what everyone else is eating and just sign the same thing to the bartender.
Okay. So yeah, sausage and eggs, very simple. Like I said, depending on the portion size, it's 4 or 5 coppers. Essentially, the difference being 2 eggs, 3 eggs.
I got a big one, and I gave him an extra copy.
Excellent. So
Oh, breakfast, not just alcohol, right?
yeah,
You can get whatever you
I mean, if you want alcohol, he's not opposed to day drinkers if you're gonna pay.
Do you have an Irish
Oh, that's disappointing.
Irish cream sort of breakfast coffee?
I had 2 copper on me. I subtracted 5. It didn't auto take from the silver.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's not a perfect system, especially because people use different metrics. Some people use the 100 copper to silver metrics and stuff like that. So, yeah.
We use the 10 nowadays.
Yeah, we just do simple 10s, electrums. Nobody cares about electrum.
It's in the
Yeah, I know.
course. Well,
Nobody
I don't even
cares
have to think
about
it.
electrums.
No, I'm talking about the conversions.
Oh, that cool.
Sitting right there.
Sweet.
That Dukin that I hear
Yes.
in the back?
you
May I get one order of eggs and breakfast, whatever you have? Is it 4
Sure.
copper?
Lass.
You just got finished taking a Dukin.
And easily enough, it's maybe 5-6 minutes, and he has out a simple order of eggs and sausage.
And I give him 5 copper.
Beautiful, beautiful. He accepts graciously.
How long to get to Conkenburg? 8 miles from here? Travel?
It's the name, Lassie. Yes.
What? No, how far in time? 8 miles.
You're walking, riding, running, flying. I mean,
Right. Do you have any horses?
not mine.
Oh. I was hoping for rent
There we go.
or purchase. There was stables in it.
Everybody else's thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nothing. Thank you. Good breakfast.
I already told you I'm doing.
Nah. It's to the people. What do the people do?
I'm just fucking eating breakfast.
My, aren't you a lovely bunch?
Long night.
Okay, exposition. Quickened up. Breakfast is over. What do y'all do?
These black eye point. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
I'm gonna go upstairs and see if Isaac is stirring yet.
Okay.
So. Isaac!
Yes.
I'll follow her out there. Isaac!
Never mind.
You can't say never mind now.
Your friend
wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
No, literally.
I'll stop casting Eldritch Blast at the door and slowly open it.
Well, good morning. It smells of magic in here.
That's just my charming personality, Jimothy.
Indeed it is. Come, come. Breakfast is over.
You've missed a bit, Peter.
No, it's just the fact that he cracked up on the word "come."
Almost spit my chips back into the bag.
That's not how we
You're
do
not
it.
supposed to spit. Bad
Supposed to
Peter.
swallow,
Bad.
man.
Supposed to swallow, Peter. Rule number 1.
Jesus Christ.
That's what you say after.
You gonna come
I don't
along
get it.
today?
I don't get it. Sure.
We got here by you cracking up the word "come."
Oh, I'm fine.
We have no wagons. We have no horses. It'll be a trek. Not for long though.
I'll go outside and get my bearings.
You go outside to get your bearings.
I'm gonna follow him.
Okay. Go ahead and give me perception.
Sounds as though our party's leaving us. We should go.
Yeah, we're heading downstairs.
This is
19.
definitely better than mine.
Tracks
19.
downstairs.
Nice. 19, easy enough. It's still very, very early in the morning. But you look out, you see the woods where you all came from, or for you assume you came from because the last thing you knew is you entered the woods and things went awry. And then you look off on down the road where you are assuming your destination is, and on the horizon you do see upwards off of a hill. There are little specks what do appear to be a town of sorts.
Conconver.
Who sees that?
Me.
These two, they stepped outside, and I'm assuming he didn't tell me what he rolled, but I know he saw as much.
9.
Oh, 9. Yeah, he just came outside and stretched. Oh, yeah.
You see nothing. You were now blind.
No, 9 is not blind.
9 is
I'm
almost
just
average,
being-
so I just wasn't looking at the town.
A natural 1 is you've lost all of your eyesight.
No, natural 1 is you staring at a butterfly.
You walked outside and a bird shit in your eye.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's a 1. That's the kind of narrative I need. Wow, you biting his ear puts him to sleep. That's
real weird what's happening right now.
Dude, babies are so cool though.
So now we have
Yeah, Cody.
quite a
Babies are
large
so cool.
party.
Sometimes.
2, 4, 6.
I have a thing with babies. Sorry.
Yep.
So now we're a party of
Okay.
6 heading to Conconver. Party of 6.
Yeah.
6 and
7.
No,
6 and a half.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes. His personality's pretty wooden.
Saying farewell to Dugan, I step outside and have all my stuff in my backpack.
okay.
Goodbye, Dugan. My father will send along the rest.
And he just shakes his head as you shut the door. And that is the last you see of Dugan. And off you are down the road, heading towards Conconver. It takes you a couple hours trek. I'm assuming you all aren't sprinting to it.
Steady.
Hardly.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. So 8 miles, they come and go. It's probably taken you the better part of 3 hours to make it. As you crest the final little hill that is on the way there, you see it is a fairly open town. There doesn't appear to be any walls that border the outskirts of the city, but you do see farmlands that do surround it. Quite a lot of the area around the actual town is dedicated to farmland, this being in the summer months. Most of it's not very tall, but you do see the growth.
Do you think we'll see a cow?
Fuck you asked me, I heard it.
No. Do you think we'll see a cow?
Not from here.
We've seen buffalo.
Never seen one of those either.
They were stolen. Well, taken.
Stolen or not. Never seen them
You
before.
would have seen them because you were at the window when they were walking away.
Who was walking away?
The one that
The-
beat up
But they
her.
stole the cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
the
cards
cards
had
are
both
being
of them.
pulled by-
What kind of bullshit level shit is this? This doesn't mean I was paying attention.
True.
Just making sure that it was good. I dropped the mic whenever I got the out of gas.
Slight dip.
So yes, it is, like I said, fairly open and sprawled out town. You see a bunch of thatch style houses with what appears to be kind of a citadel towards the center of the town that's not too far away from a stream that is running through the center of it as well. Well, not so much the center, but kind of one of the outer edges of the town. You do see a stream that moves through it. It's fairly deep. The waterway is deep, but the water itself that is down there seems to only be maybe a couple of feet deep because there are thick brushes that are along the edges, and it is a bit of a decline if you were to try to go down the hills into it. But fairly simple little village, little town.
Lowborn housing, I see. We should head towards the main building there, the citadel, as it were.
What do we see of the citadel? Does it look like there are guards or well
You
run?
do see some people that patrol around the town, fairly leisurely. Don't seem to have a whole lot of worries, it being a town and whatnot. Down the main road, you do see some of the buildings are a little bit more sturdy built than just typical thatch that everyone else has, and a lot of them look to be like highway stops kind of ordeals where people can pull up their wagons, possibly do some offloading, onloading, trade goods. The Citadel itself just seems to be about a 3 or 4 story building, and that does have a wall around it. It does seem to have some sort of fortifications, some people that patrol up on that wall, but not a hell of a lot. I mean, you might see a dozen over the course of walking around some of the outside of it that patrol on the actual walls around the Citadel.
Coming up on the city, what type of people do we see?
You do see more of the Veldalkin that you came accustomed
The blue
to.
people?
Yes, the blue people.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
My word, they're fancy looking, aren't they?
Very blue.
Yes. They do like the fancy clothes. They do wear vibrant colors.
We're purple. That's why.
Yes, they bought clothes from the Veldalkin
Look at my
in the
clothes.
port city of Alamana.
You're fancy.
These old things will never do. I need some of those beautiful clothing.
Been in the city for like 3 weeks. You traveled from there to the Alamana. Yes.
But we don't know that, do we?
Yeah,
He
you
told
as
us
much.
that.
Yeah, but okay, so
Oh yeah, he came just from there.
But I feel like he
Yeah.
didn't. Okay.
where is it? I take great pains to always look my best and follow the latest fashions. So
Yes.
this is last week's fashion.
Yes.
I'll need new fashions.
Yes.
Because
Wow,
it's been 3
we're
days.
ahead of
Whatever's
fashion,
in
that's
this week.
awesome.
It's been 3 days.
Yeah.
All right.
Honestly, my traveling would be looking for some leads of my people, so I'm not seeing what I need. But
Okay.
Actually, what's that guy's name? Hold
potions, is there a shop?
on. That would
No.
be great.
You look for a shop.
I need a shop, sir. Where do I find this shop?
Find a
Well,
shop.
I need a shop with potions. That is a what would that be? Perception?
Depends. Are you just doing a cursory look? Or are you trying to investigate and find, talk with people to acquire said location? What?
I need to talk with someone and
Okay.
see where shops might be.
So
that-
go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
So that would be 12.
Okay, 12.
Ask one of the blue people.
Oh, yes, one of them.
Veldalkin.
Mm-mm-mm.
I saw 11, so listen in.
Okay.
Want to smoke you a bag?
No,
Did you
stop
bring
smoking.
your towel for your wet ass
Is it
feet?
still raining?
No.
No, but it sounds like strike him when he's out there, though.
And my soda. What?
Okay.
Nothing.
Said something-
It's literally
something
starting to
vaguely
rain
racist.
again. That's hilarious.
Walter Pro.
All right. So yes, 12.
damn
So
it,
you ask around. People seem to be at least this time of the morning in a bit of a hurry, going from one place to the other. Takes you a little
this is
bit to
happening.
try and discern, but
Oh, he broke your
Fucking
door.
kidding me? We invite him over one time.
what happened?
The door
I
handle
went
came
to
off.
close the door. The
Fucking
doorknob came off.
Sorry, love.
God damn.
Alright.
Fuck you, Peter.
I didn't do it.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, there's no fucking fixing that.
Just take it with you when you leave. Then no one can get in your house.
Yeah, but neither can we. Well, technically we can. You know what? I quit.
Oh god.
If we can't fix it, I gotta call him. He's gonna be pissed. We'll just say the black guy did it.
We can fix it.
How?
Because
Just push it on.
Okay. I better not have it again. I'd be so pissed. Get a new fucking.
It's like $10 for a doorknob.
Yeah.
We just replaced ours a couple weeks ago. So.
Yeah.
So
but-
yes, you search around and you finally find somebody who is willing to guide you to a local shop, and soon enough you find yourself at a small shop that is a little bit more towards the outskirts of the town, just inside of the farming area. It appears that it probably doubles even as a house. It seems like the shop is on the bottom floor and a homestead is on the top floor. What would you like to do?
I'd like to go and knock and see if it's open. And knock.
Following. And when she knocks.
Oh, following. I thought you said bawling. I'm like,
He's just in the street crying.
right? I thought he was meaning he was like bawling. He got the money out. Or something.
And when she knocks on the door, I grab the doorknob and open it.
Okay. And the door opens just fine.
And I just kind of look at her.
Come in, come in.
Ah, thank you. A man who knows his place, holding the door for his betters.
And as soon as Jimothy tries to walk in, I shut it.
Can you reach the doorknob?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Maybe.
Man,
Yeah, it's a little high, but I mean,
Well,
yes, you
it's
can.
just them inside. I'll open the door for you.
Yeah.
so we walk in and I'm looking for the shopkeep.
That would be me, my dear.
Hello, good day.
Good day. Good day.
What kind of wares do you have?
Well, I'm an alchemist, so
Clothing then.
Pardon my friend.
I wear clothing. Yes.
So do I.
Marvelous.
But what you're wearing is not clothing, sir.
I'm assuming he's a veil.
Rags.
Yes.
All he sees is the King Cooch just going, "Ah, fucking A." Of course, it doesn't say anything.
Isaac is doing the exact same thing.
Must be something in the air that's causing them both to have headaches simultaneously.
So I am looking for possibly some potions, something to help with health in
and youth.
case of injury.
Well, I have a couple of options. I have some healing kits. I do have a couple of potions of healing. I've got some poultices. What would suit your needs?
Well, what would some of your prices run?
Well, my potions are standard for the area. They are 50 gold per potion. My healing kits, modest as they are, they do come with a poultice and wraps. Those will run you 10 gold. And do only have 2 uses to them, but they'll help in a pinch.
And what would a healing kit fix be in?
So healing kits would be good for stabilizing somebody if you are trying to assist them and you don't have skills such as spare the dying or whatnot.
We won't need those.
Look at you, yeah.
Yeah. They also have the ability to help with some potential long-term injuries that one could potentially have. Assist in healing during long rest. You can actually gain extra hit dice back during a long rest, because whenever you do a long rest, you only regain half of the hit dice, half of your max level hit dice. So if you're level 5 and you spent 3 of your hit dice during that day for short rests, you would only regain 2 of them, kind of a thing. If you use something like a healing kit, you would get extra hit dice back. So it improves the quality of long rests, which means just helping with the healing process.
Would he have that?
Oh, let's see, what do we got?
Relieve and cure long-term ailments. I once read a book about a man who suffered from something I believe called grave dig.
Wait, is that looks like a common potion, but that doesn't seem like.
Though
Other campaign.
that man,
Not green.
he ultimately had to go to the underworld to retrieve
Oh
a
wait,
cure
is
for
that
that.
Surleaf tea?
Yeah.
Huh. I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh, I guess it'd be down.
Yeah, we'll say that he does. That seems like something that would be easily to find in a town such as this, especially closer to a stream. Surleaf tea.
Urine.
Oh, hey, I
Deer
made those.
urine.
And there's,
I made that shit up for our campaign.
Ah.
So they're not real. So if they work, then cool.
Oh. I was gonna say. I mean, I didn't know where it came from. I hadn't seen it
And
before.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
I told you to bring it with you.
I didn't think this all the way.
Peter.
I look, okay.
But what would he charge for that stuff?
You're good. So,
We'd say 10 gold per.
How about just the leaves?
Huh?
What about just the
why?
leaves?
Why not?
They came in several
Turn
varieties.
this on, he's dead, man. Yeah, we had to make mention of it in one of the history books. The healing kits don't heal. Grave
Well.
dig.
I'm glad I made it into something.
Yep, history book.
Buying
Forgotten
just the
Realms.
leaves. I'll say for the purposes of, you could buy probably enough.
Goodness.
Probably 2 leaves would make enough that would be the same as dipping to make the tea. I don't think I'm gonna go with the chewing of the leaves.
You like
I like the imbibing it of as a tea for the benefits.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you wish to buy the leaves,
Oh, that'd be
Each.
Brackman.
batch of leaves I guess would be worth 5 gold a piece.
Just for everyone, if I'm outside smoking and this starts going off, run it to me,
flush it
please.
down the toilet.
Can we answer?
No,
Please hold.
definitely not.
Detective Matthew, what can I help you with?
I am Batman.
Definitely not.
You should always answer the phone, as this is Batman.
Go for Batman.
Go for Robin!
Alright, so while Jimothy's distracting everybody, I'm gonna look around the shop looking for that stuff.
The healing potions he has, you said it was the standard?
Yes, standard.
That's the 2d4?
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2. So yes,
Big yawns.
and those are each 50 gold.
50 gold apiece. I know that you did acquire some new gold in the last run.
I would definitely like to purchase one of your...
15 gold, 15 investigation to try to find it.
What, the leaves?
Yeah.
I mean, he has them up on higher shelves. Like most everything seems to be up on a higher shelf. He's kind of got like growing plants that are on the floor around the shop, of all shapes, varieties, and colors. As far as like he has jugs which have labels on them. Most of them are in Veldelkin. But the actual things he's for the most part selling would be out of baskets and stuff that are behind his counter. That's where you see like the minced leaves already. You see what look like diffuser balls that have the leaves in them. That would be for the Surleaf tea.
Okay.
You don't overly see like the potions of healing out anywhere.
No. After one of them gets done talking, I'm gonna wave at him, get his attention, and point at the leaves.
Okay. Oh yes, my friend. What about this would you like?
Pull him the coins.
How How many would you like?
Pull the chalk out. Find something to write on. One
With
back.
only 3 bird fingers, he
Okay.
indicates 5.
Easy enough, my friend. And so he gets a couple of leaves together and puts them in a sort of kind of satchel, a little small container wrapped in paper, and there you go. So go ahead and deduct the money and add the items.
How much is that, and what would be the worth?
So he was buying just the leaves. So from what was in there, the leaves, it showed that if you chewed on them or imbibed them, you could gain. I'm not going to do that. You could use to make your own of the tea, which for the purposes of the tea will be utilized for short rests if you wish to gain extra health, because you have to actually brew the tea, which can be done in a matter of minutes, but short rests take about an hour. So
You need this?
more than enough time to be able to use them. So he's just buying the raw component of it, which is 5 gold.
Basically, if I'm running low on hit points, I can use them in place.
So yes, so 5 gold for the raw leaves, which then you would use to make your own diffusers and whatnot to make the tea. 10 gold for the pre-packaged set, so that way you can just basically drop it in the water. It'll make the tea for you.
With my background and the pottery's background, and
Mhm.
also being a fancy pottery
Yes.
type of artisan, I would know how to put that shit together, right? Like,
What, to make like a diffuser
Yeah.
kind of thing? You could probably fashion something.
Like, let's say if I bought the tea leaves and then like we were making tea
Mhm.
to fix things, that would be pretty good at that, right?
Most diffusers are more of a mesh.
I have to say, the longest method of making tea is gonna be put the leaves in a cup, fill it with water, stick it over the fire.
Yeah.
I make cups too.
Yeah. She
It's my background.
yeah. She took the guild artist
I was a
and is a
fancy
potter.
fancy potter.
I'm pretty sure with your proficiency you could probably come up with something that would work for it. Yeah.
I'd like to set up the shore leaf myself.
Okay. How many sets would you like?
Just one set.
Okay. So 5 gold.
And then I'm gonna ask you for 30, and I'll pay the rest, so you have a little bit on you
Okay.
for yours.
Okay.
And then, so I'm gonna take our cumulative, and I'm gonna ask him for 2 healing potions.
Okay. So go ahead and pay the 100 gold
Yeah.
and mark down 2 healing potions.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna flag down the first Fadalkin I see
Mm-hmm.
and see if there's a library or like a mages guild.
Okay. Go ahead and give me just an overall charisma.
I removed 30 from that.
11.
What? Okay.
I think I have a higher charisma than that.
No, yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot of charisma. Okay, so they'll kind of, they'll be short and sweet with it, not overly talkative. They'll let you know there's no real mages guild in this town. There is the professor, who is probably the most studied when it comes to the magics.
So you can
Several Valdal can do dabble. They use a lot of low forms of low magic, mendings and prestidigitations and things like that.
It's a regular.
and you can add it
No
to yours.
real library. The keep would probably, the Citadel would probably have the most variety in books, but a lot of it is kind of the history in the town and stuff. They keep a lot of records. There's probably a fair amount of books that have passed through the town and just through time have been acquired, but you don't get the sense that this is a place that really has a library where it is a great source of knowledge. Probably your best bet would be the professor that is in the town, and that's all he's going to give you. He kind of saunters off. Like I said, you get the sense that this early in the morning, everybody's pretty busy getting about their business, being a farm village with some herding and whatnot on the
Professor
outside.
Velo.
Yes, Professor Velo.
Okay. As he starts to walk off, I
Professor
will
Velo is why we're here.
gently grab his arm, give him 1 silver, and ask where the professor might be.
Well, mighty kind of you, sir. So he would be on the north side of town, just on the other side of the creek bed. He likes to keep to himself, but can't miss it. Pretty colorful, couple of scorch marks. Yeah. Good day. Takes the silver, pockets it, and goes.
I'm near the shop there.
Yeah. I would pretty much assume that all of you walked in the same general direction.
I'll pop in and say I'm going north, and then leave.
Okay. You pop your head in, say he's heading north. At the same time, the shopkeeper's like, "Welcome and friend of yours."
Yes.
Okay.
Friend is a strong word.
Thank you for the shore leave. I'm gonna head towards the door.
Okay.
Anything for you?
I'm gonna ask him before we go where we might find Professor Velo.
Professor Velo. He's on the north side of town. He's just on the other side of the stream. He kind of likes to keep to himself. He's been gone a couple weeks, but that's not unusual for him. You could check in and see if he's made it back yet or not.
Okay, I give him a silver and I say thanks and walk out the door.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. And if you should ever need anything, Truth is always happy to oblige.
Say truth.
Truth.
Truth. Yes, so
CHOOTH. Truth.
People make a living selling plants and colored water.
I've really had about enough of this too.
I told you, he made this campaign's welcome.
Ah, I see.
Okay, I will return.
Yes. All right. Catch you in a bit, brother.
Bye.
Once we exit the shop, I'm gonna look for the highest point I think I can get to.
That would definitely that you can get to. The Citadel would have the highest point.
That's why I said I can get to.
Like, are you looking to get on somebody's house? Or you?
That could be an option.
It could be an option. You gotta give me something more to work with here, because I don't know what you're aiming to do, because
I
you
don't
can
know
try to
what-
climb the Citadel. I don't know what you're aiming
Oh, God,
for.
please don't do that.
Something that's not guarded,
Yeah, he's not that stupid.
unless the Citadel's not guarded.
Well, the Citadel is most assuredly guarded, and I mean, there's people walking across town. Like, there's guards that patrol through it. Like I said, this is a very open town. Like,
Sit.
it's not like
I gotta go
everything's
that way.
very packed and tight.
Watch my butt.
There's space
Well, don't watch my
between
butt, just don't.
everything.
Yeah.
So-
That doesn't change the fact that I can still scale a wall.
Yeah, you could, but it's not like you're going to be able to do it without someone being able to see you. So
I'm not
that's
trying
all,
to not be seen. I'm
That's-
trying
that's
to not
all I'm
get
asking.
shot at.
I mean, scaling somebody's house or shop of business is probably going to warrant somebody yelling. I mean, climb whatever the fuck you want. You tell me what you want to climb.
What's the tallest building that's not actually got guards standing out of it?
Give me a perception.
What is this guy, this one?
That's the 21? No, wait, 22?
Okay. I mean, you're looking probably to the north as well, and you see a couple of houses, and you've seen some guards go by, and you get a feeling that some of these houses are probably people that are working the fields. You don't see anybody directly nearby one of those, and most of the buildings. There's a lot of buildings that are single story. Most of the buildings
My
that
aim is to get the best advantage to look out that I can.
like, are you looking east, west, north, south?
Whichever
it's
gives,
a town, so
whichever gives me the most field of view.
You doing like the Assassin's Creed thing where you're trying to find the point and like.
No, I just want to look.
that's what I'm trying to figure out. I was like, once again, this is a very spread out town,
Which is why
and
I'm
there's
trying
not
to
like
find the
any
tallest.
giant buildings outside of the Citadel. Most of them are single-story thatch houses and occasional two-story, which are usually shop and home.
And if there would be a third, that would be the one I'd go to.
Yeah, there's no real third.
So I'll just
story
pick
ones.
a random 2-story then.
Okay. Like I said, towards the north side, you probably see one or two that might fit the bill.
I'll walk that way.
Okay.
For higher vantage point.
19 to jump my way up to the top.
Okay. I mean, it takes you a few minutes, but yeah, you're able to climb up. The construction that they are, most of them aren't very conducive for easy climbing. But 19's good. You climb up it, and you're on the house.
Alright, I'm going to sit down up there and just look around.
What a strange bird.
Okay. So, Delay sits and watches.
Well, our other avian friend was headed north. The shopkeep told us that the professor was probably north, so I'm going to start trying to wander north.
Okay.
I follow him.
Okay.
I tag along.
So yeah.
I'm somewhere.
Yep, you are somewhere.
What are you anyway?
He's an
half
orc.
Okay, got a black man.
Yes.
Half orc. So
Kind of this world's black folk.
He's a half-breed of the black folk, so... he's a light skin.
this is getting real racist, real fast.
You're an orc. What do you expect?
Come on, Peter, you made it way too easy.
What's the other half?
Says the whole party, who are a bunch of non-natives to this continent.
Doesn't matter. We're not as bad as orcs.
Could I be half orc, half taint? I never asked these questions.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the half races have.
You can be half of one and half something else. It doesn't
Okay,
have
so
to be
half
human.
orc, half what? Choose now. Go.
Oh, let's just keep it human. Let's just keep it standard.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not,
okay.
it's not
Too
get
much on the
freaky
spot,
deaky.
huh?
Yeah, that could have gone into some really weird places that I am not prepared to explore.
Yeah, I'd love to know how your parents met.
You could be half orc and half her race. That would be a real cool creature.
Me or her?
I
The
thought
elephant.
y'all were the same.
Oh,
I know.
I'm a Luxodon, bro.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh God.
Right?
No.
It could happen.
No. It's a very drunken elephant.
That's a Maury show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or a really horny orc.
Wait, that's yours. Never mind.
Steve.
Too many things wrong. What's happening right now? Jesus. Just stick to human.
Yeah, I was
Half
gonna say
orc,
the
half
things
human.
you could find out a trunk can be used for.
The rules against it, bro.
My God.
So we are looking for Professor Velo that wears whites. Is that correct?
All in white.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's his choice. North. Beyond the stream creek.
Yep.
Yes.
Just north of the stream.
So it's safe to say that the 90% makeup of this town is probably Valdocan.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the oddballs are primarily my group.
For the most part, yeah. Yeah.
So that is a 19. I'm just surveying for any other oddballs.
Okay. I mean, in a town like this, would you be out and about, or would you probably be holed up somewhere? I'll let you decide, because I don't have backstory for you, so I don't know.
I would be in a tavern somewhere, maybe enjoying a little bit of food, a little bit of drink.
The only tavern was the one that they came from.
Yep.
I would have been in there, enjoying a little bit of food, a little bit of drink.
Well, it's a
That
little
was
late.
8 miles back, yo.
In other words,
There's no tavern in this town?
so in other words, I'm going to see
You
him when he
didn't
goes.
listen to the thing.
Tom
It was
Yes.
outside.
Yeah, no.
No,
I
you
mean,
didn't.
there
You
are
didn't listen
inns,
to the
but-
last time we recorded this because the
No.
recording would have told you what the fuck we were doing.
Nope.
I did not.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Valdalkin of
first you
this.
break my door,
I didn't.
and now you don't listen to D&D.
So what we're saying is when he does come walking into town, I'll probably see him.
Yeah.
Strong possibility.
Yeah.
Strong possibility.
Too bad I don't have a message yet.
You're like, hey.
I don't know. It'd
Where's
be quite
that?
obvious. What's the reputation of have orcs or orcs in this area? Like, from
I mean,
what I
they're
would
like
have
a
heard in the
1%.
town I grew up in.
Well, I mean, the town that you were in, there were a few half orcs and even orcs in
Okay.
there. One
So I have
of the
no
guys you sold to.
disposition for
Yeah.
him then. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, orcs don't have the typical. Oh my God, they're the evil. No, orcs have a whole fucking continent. Shamash.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I have no
So-
disposition
Yeah.
towards not liking him.
No, not at all. I mean,
So,
you actually.
unlike the other
the
characters.
butcher you used to sell to quite often was orc.
Okay.
So have we decided how long after the other campaign this is?
Oh yeah, it's 20 years.
Okay.
Yes,
Wish
people
we
know who
could, like-
Josh is.
Wrap
Our
up.
characters could still be alive.
They are.
They're
There's
probably
a
going to be a
strong
boss.
possibility. You guys might, you know, there might be opportunities to learn about those things in the future.
Great. They're a bunch of fucking killers who kill the first thing they see. And we're like, oh, let's go meet everybody. Let's let God.
Yeah, y'all want to go meet your old murder hobos?
Damn
right.
murder.
I
Indiscriminately.
don't want to meet Drabash. He would try to murder me.
Says the one who was the plague doctor that killed children.
I killed selectively.
So did I.
There's a difference.
If it breathed, it died.
Great.
Oh, marvelous.
At least they don't have to worry about running into Sobek.
Yeah, yeah.
Sobek had no problems fireballing his own party.
That's
Yeah.
the truth.
Yeah.
Oh, says the one who played his wife's character and helped murder his own character.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, the character who ended up. Yeah. Vengeance, vengeance, vengeance.
Because you couldn't think of a better backstory.
His soul is still stuck there, right?
Oh, you guys were working with him from time to time. His soul was with old boy
Yeah.
in Golganda. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Wham.
Yeah.
Rip.
Wham.
You were on what, your fourth character?
Yes.
Yeah, because one was Nuts and Teeth.
Yep.
One was Vengeance, 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 who got murdered. The other was the Turtle.
Yep.
They got murdered really fast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he didn't
Cody.
last. Yeah, he didn't last very
No.
long.
No, he
It's
didn't.
not a yeah, Cody. I'm the one that fireballed him.
No.
Alright, we're getting off topic. Back to D&D. This one.
Current D&D.
Nobody gives a shit about what happened in the past. Let's go.
Probably out and about, checking out the wares,
Okay.
seeing what's going on.
Okay. So, yeah, you probably have
You
caught
feed it
sight
to
of a
Yes.
half-orc in town who seems
Yeah.
very lost, not sure of what the hell he's doing.
Alright, I'm done. I won't bug you.
So upon realizing that he looks lost, I'm no longer surveying the area. I'm just watching him.
I think I could blow one of those with some
I don't know if I
What?
really
The little popsicle I had was
attention
coconut
to
and pineapple.
watching
Actually
me.
make really good.
Can I do a
meat
perception
balls
check to
with
see
Oh.
if I'm,
Okay.
Huh?
it. Yeah.
to see if I notice him watching me?
Perception. I mean,
Nigga, that's what I said.
yeah. Perception!
Make you
Throw that shit, bitch!
Yeah, the dice roll up. He's only got a die 12 in there.
No,
You
no,
gotta
they're,
do
they're
other
all
things.
on the other
Well, he
side.
just told you to roll something. Why aren't you rolling?
I am. I
Bro,
gotta
bitch.
see what my perception is.
Gotta look at them
0.
stats, them skirts.
17.
17. I mean, it wasn't like he was trying to hide. He got up there and he just
You
kinda
see a humanoid-sized crow staring at you.
This motherfucker.
I'm very confused, but you...
You're like, hey!
No, I probably have one hand on my sword, but I'm not going to try to provoke you as long as you don't try to attack me.
He's a bird, bro.
I definitely have a hand on my sword.
Yeah, he's a bird wearing clothes.
So you're just standing up, just staring, just...
No, I'm sitting down
Yeah, he's
staring
sitting-
at you.
He's sitting down, got his feet kind of dangling
I
off the
don't know.
edge of the house.
I don't know what's
It's
worse. I feel like that's worse. No, I'm
Yeah,
just
you
gonna,
go to take one of these steps.
He's the Kenku version of
Steps
Deadpool
back.
right now.
Steps forward, steps back, and his eyes go. He's like,
It's quite obvious I'm watching you.
yeah.
I'm just gonna be weary. I'm gonna make a note that you're there. As long as you don't try to come at me, I won't try to come at you.
And the one
Live and
that
let live.
keeps
Take a wide berth. Wide berth, because you are fucking creepy.
As soon as he gets out of the sight line, I'm getting off the roof and I'm going to go walk around the corner and get sight line again.
All right, I guess. Are you trying to stealth away from him?
No,
Okay.
no.
And then the games begin.
Jesus Christ. So is it like every time I turn around, you try to duck behind the corner, or you just standing there?
No, I'm just standing there staring at you.
Hey,
This
son.
is some Children of the Corn shit.
No
right
shit.
here.
Right?
This is like 60 paces. You turn, stop, and he's just standing there.
You're not gonna ask him what he wants?
No, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
can I help you?
Help you? In your voice.
That's fucking weird.
Do you know the Kenku's already?
With his character? Probably not. Kenku are extremely rare.
Really?
Oh, extremely rare.
Then no, I know
What
I
the
got
fuck is this?
this weird bird nigga just. This is fucking weird.
This would be a great time for you to show up and go,
There's a whole bunch of them.
No, it'd be even worse if I had a set of his clothing and was on the other side. So he turns around, sees him, turns around, sees me. What color?
shame
are
you don't have a disguise kit.
Right? What color are your feathers?
Same as you, just different clothes.
Okay. What color are your eyes?
Black, I believe.
Okay, mine are red, so that'd be the only difference.
I've come for you. What's your red eye?
So weird.
Your-
Imagine my dude
your
is-
feathers are black, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Imagine my dude is quite freaked out right now.
So they're walking down the main road, right?
Yeah.
So eventually you have to pass them.
No, they're.
No,
you guys are like
Oh, we're ahead.
beyond
Oh,
them.
damn.
Yeah. You guys.
Oh, that'd be some shit if they had to pass me. He's like freaking out, fucking palpitating in the damn street.
There may be a fight.
I won't
Ask
stop it.
again. Can I help you?
At this point, I'm fucking with him. And I'll just like help you in your voice back to you.
Are you lost, friend?
And I'll repeat back. Lost? In his voice.
I'm lost, yes. But what about you?
You.
Alright, I think I'm done. Just,
My cheeks hurt.
I just turn around and start
So,
walking away again.
throughout that encounter,
Fuck you.
would it be performance or? I guess it would be performance. To not crack a smile.
Sure.
'Cause-
Give me a performance.
well, I have a +0, so
Wait.
it's a 16 on the die.
Can Kenku smile?
Yes,
Oh, that's gotta be horrific.
but he doesn't, so you don't know if they can or not. He is stoic, staring blankly with his little black beady eyes.
And since you walked up to me, now I'm 5 feet from you.
I didn't walk up to you, I walked the fuck away from you.
Then how we had just had that conversation?
Shouting.
Ah, okay.
However far away you were from me.
So all the Valdelkins thinks the orc shouting at himself.
That's true.
They can't see. Yeah.
They probably think I'm insane. Thanks, Derek.
Now the guards are watching him.
Oh man.
That's funny.
I mean, there are some oddball looks going out that way. I'm just gonna throw that one out there.
Are there any authorities in this town.
They've been walking
It's
around.
already been established, bro. Where the fuck
I'm
have
gonna
you
find the authorities.
Oh, God.
Because this bird motherfucker is really freaking me out.
Okay,
I
so
don't want to kill you because you haven't tried to hurt me, but
been? You're gonna
As he
tie him
moves,
down.
I'm staying the exact same distance from him.
like matching pace perfectly. Like he goes to pick up his leg and move forward and just like hovers it. You do the same thing.
Exactly.
He is mimicking you to a T.
They're really good.
I know.
you know what? I've had enough of your little bird shit. So turn around and start walking towards you.
I turn around and start walking away.
Oh no, no you don't! And I start following you.
Yeah.
Now who's the weird one?
Now I'm gonna really fuck with him. Go back to that house. I'm gonna get back on the roof.
I hope you fail your dex check.
No, that was a 15.
It's not as
Not as
quick
great.
as before, but you still get up
I'm
there.
holding back laughter, it takes a minute. And I'm gonna sit back down on the edge of the house.
Are you staring right back at him?
Yep.
I'm strong, but I'm a fairly large person. I don't know if I could climb 2 stories.
I don't think you can, bro.
Plus, you'd probably run, and that wouldn't be a good look for me. What's around me?
I mean,
It's a farming village.
yeah.
You're in this tiny fucking town, screaming at yourself, and these villagers are like, "What the fuck is he doing? He's walking that way. He's walking this way. What the fuck's going on?"
I mean, they say those that have advantage of the bird see the bird too.
I'm not hiding from anybody.
Well, no, but those that can are probably like, "This motherfucker's crazy."
Look, I'm not gonna stab you. I just want to talk.
Lies.
And I just reply back, talk.
He's just feeling how sharp that blade is.
Is it muddy on the ground?
No, it is nice and dry outside.
I'm just gonna sit and just...
Now we have a staring contest.
Fine. You want to play these games? Sit. I take my sword, slam it into the ground, sit against the wall, and just watch you.
All right.
Goal accomplished.
That's
All right,
cool.
so we're gonna pan away from this for the time
Fucking
being.
nonsense that's happening right now.
I don't know what the fuck's going on with you guys.
Goal accomplished.
So,
Mindfuck.com.
yeah, yeah, it's these are real things that happen, people.
Hey,
Real
it's the piano in my alternative campaign all over again.
Piano?
You weren't there for that, were you?
I don't know.
Jeremy loved it though.
Oh no, I do remember the piano. It almost killed us all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because Jeremy was the only one who could speak German? Or someone. And they weren't there when we were trying to do it.
yeah.
I think we almost all died. Pretty sure we almost all died.
Oh, except for the person that was standing in the shadow of the bullet spray.
I think it was me.
I'll explain later.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Crazy things. So, yes, the 4 of you, one little further ahead than the rest, are all heading to the northern side of town, and it's not hard to find. You see the house on the other side of the creek.
Do we pass the Citadel as we're going?
Oh, yeah, you guys passed the Citadel, just going to the alchemist shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they have passed us on the way.
Well, he was behind them, so there was a point possibly where you had seen them, but
You were preoccupied.
Ow.
You got shoes on.
so yeah.
I think he was step on his feet.
You
Yeah,
all
shit.
see where the house is, and you do see at least
That shit
2
hurts.
other areas where you have the ability to cross over the creek bed because, like I said, it is a pretty steep bank down into the creek bed. Unless you all feel like going down and crossing. Far be it from me to stop you all.
Not
follow Isaac.
Okay. Like I said, easy enough. You saw at least 2 of them a little ways out of the way, but you can take them. You cross. And you approach, which is, it is another thatch style house. However, it is much wider than most of the ones that you've seen in the town. But other than that, like one of the people said, there's some scorch marks on the outside of it. You can definitely see where some repairs have been done a time or 2 or 10. But it just sits there.
Is there any like windows?
Yes.
You mean,
Yeah.
are there windows?
No, is there?
No,
Yes.
That is the correct
no.
grammar.
Do there be any of them their window thingamajigs?
Then
Shut
their
that
windows be
windows.
standing in the window sills, yes.
Well, as I pass said windows, I'll take a look in.
Will Jeremy be able to come back?
Yeah.
Or is baby gonna keep it
It's
tied
a
up?
Yeah. I mean, he can
Unnatural
take a walk.
20.
Unnatural 20. Okay. So you go up to the window. The shutters do appear to be shut on it, but you can still kind of peer in and see. You see a lot of paper strewn all over the place. You see
That's why you don't get
beakers and alchemical sets.
Go get hot
You
Nobody wants
really
hot
see
sauce.
just a house in disarray. It looks like this is a house / lab / testing area, maybe. It's pretty wild on the inside. There is definitely organized chaos going inside of there.
Does it look like it's about to explode?
No.
Do I get that vibe at all?
No, well, I mean, you're not looking in there. He is, but
I'm looking at the outside.
no, it doesn't look like the house is swelling or bulging or anything.
No smoke rising out of
No,
any
no
place
smoke
it
is
shouldn't be.
rising from the house.
It's not Breaking Bad RV.
No,
Right, yeah.
No sense of impending doom.
no,
Okay, cool.
no,
It
no
doesn't
sense.
feel like a meth house. Got it.
Yeah, yeah. I can hear you. Don't worry, we're coming back to that. Don't worry.
So
Did we
I'll
hear
knock on the
anything?
door.
Do we hear anything stirring?
Oh, he said he's knocking on the door.
Yeah, I don't think I've noticed y'all following me. So
Oh, we were walking up there.
yeah, I'd already
We're a couple feet behind.
We're like-
or so.
I mean,
20 paces.
Yeah.
There you go, 20 paces sounds fair. But yeah, you guys come up behind him. What do?
I was already knocking.
Oh, okay, so you knock.
He said that already.
He was looking at phone.
Of course.
Not mine, woman. On the fuck down.
Just giving you shit.
There you go.
That's right.
I gotta
That's
do
right.
it for you all the time. I gotta do it for him at least one time.
That's right.
In that case, you can
So
have
you knock, and you do not hear any
Have a
responses.
bowl. No. No.
Do I
That
see
fat boy trick ain't working this time either.
Do I see anything around the backside of the
Not
of the
check
building?
next no chair.
I mean, you can walk around, and there's another door on the back side that kind of faces towards the actual creek.
Mm-mm.
There seems to be more windows on the back side of the house too.
Do I notice anything through the windows more than just the?
I mean, if you
The
want to
chaos.
roll a perception.
16 plus 4 is 20.
So a natural 20, almost identical to what he well, I think he rolled an unnatural 20 also. So yeah, pretty much the same description. You just have a different vantage point of it. Probably less of the beakers, but on this side would probably be his actual bedroom. You see what looks to be a sleeping area, but there are still masses of amounts of paper that are just all over the place. Look like notes and scrollings and what have you.
Well, the alchemist did mention that he hasn't been seen in a few weeks.
And there's no answer when you know.
Are you going around back with her?
No,
Or are you still up front with me?
I would still be up front.
Okay, so I hear you say that. I'd try the door.
It is locked.
Okay, I'll say Professor in Val Dalkin's voice.
Okay.
No answer?
No answer.
Okay.
Knocking on the
break
back
the door
door.
down.
Huh?
I could always break the door down.
Okay.
If we're gonna be that kind of party again.
Yeah. You knock and there's still no answer.
There's nowhere around his house where like a path where you can go.
No, there's not even really much of a pathway. You kind of see a lightly walked path up to it, but nothing too crazy.
Okay.
It's not like a dirt road or anything. It just
Well, I
you
guess
see
it's
where
not.
people travel and walk to it.
I just know we're on the backside.
Also locked.
Any open windows?
Nope. All of them are shut, and so are the shutters.
I'm not gonna let you go in the house anyway. So, yeah. Hurt my thing.
I'll walk around back to the front with everyone.
No luck.
Do we see any footprints anywhere fresh? Anything marked fresh?
Give me a survival check then.
Other than your own.
Right. Survival.
Where
you
did
say?
these go?
Yes.
Around the outside.
11.
11? No, you just see what looks to be a semi-regularly used walk path through the grasses. You can definitely tell where it's laid down a little bit more and seems to be more stunted in its growth than the areas on the outside of the walk path, but you don't see any actual tracks or anything, any discerning characteristics.
No Amazon packages up at the door.
Yeah, no
nothing.
Amazon packages on it.
Sorry, we missed you in the door.
Yeah.
Well, they did say he's been gone for a couple weeks. He should return any day now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hearing that again, I'm gonna do an investigation to see if I see any type of where a struggle would have happened, something like that.
Okay.
It's 16.
16. A little bit better. You do not see anything that looks like it could have been a struggle. It actually kind of looks like it's probably been a fair, maybe a couple days since the last set of tracks, short of your guys', has made it up towards this area. But I mean, that doesn't look like any kind of struggle.
I
Doesn't
like that, Peter.
doesn't look like anything out of the ordinary.
Well, I'll look over the party, finally realize I don't see this guy, say, guess he's not here, and I'll start walking back.
Okay.
The
I
other
thought they
days
were
I
right
said-
behind us.
You guys
No one
are
gonna
going
kick in
back?
this door?
Fenor?
Fully
When
expect Joe
we're
to
not
kick in
that
this
kind of
door.
party this time, Peter.
You say that until we are.
Until you are, but you're not yet.
Yeah, you haven't joined the party yet.
I
You
understand.
literally were the instigator in the other one too.
No.
He was the cleric. He was the religious one.
Yeah.
He didn't instigate kicking in of doors. He just instigated the murdering of children.
No.
Yes.
Calculated losses and whatnot.
Anyway, back to town we go. Yeah.
Is anyone a cleric this time around? Do we
Nope.
have a healer? Motherfucker.
Well,
Nope.
Jimothy does some stuff. He saved her.
Jimothy's
No.
Lord.
He did. He
Didn't
did.
That doesn't count.
Yeah.
Well, he
I mean,
did some stuff.
A cleric.
Helped you.
Yeah.
No.
No cleric.
You got 11
So,
points of healing.
As you all approach
Did I?
back into town, you see an epic standoff of grand proportions. Roll Constitution saves. I want to see who wins this goddamn staring
Oh my
contest.
god.
But he's probably gonna win the Constitution save rolls.
Hey,
You never
don't know.
And I see him with his hand on his sword, so I'm going to cast Mage Hand just in case as soon as I'm within 30
It's
feet.
10.
No, that's an 8.
10-8. Neither one of you can hold your eyes open for very long periods of time. Neither one seems to be actually winning. You're both trying to do it, and you blink like, and double down and you try.
Okay. So we see them staring at each other?
Oh yeah, this is, he is like intent, sitting, feet hanging over, and he's just like leaned in, and this cat's just like standing. It seems like he's leaning into it also. I mean, they are just staring daggers.
And then they blink.
I'm going to go and sit next to him.
Like, no words, just.
As I approach, I'll say, "Not Vadalkin," and I'll sit down.
Well, he's on the roof.
Right.
Yeah, he's sitting next
No,
to
he's-
you.
Stand by.
Oh, next to him. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Give me a stealth. I want to just see if you beat his passive perception because he's in a staring contest.
8.
Nope. My passive is 12.
Passive is 12. Okay. So you happen to see it as he rounds the bend of the house. It catches you off guard because you look down and you see another one. And you almost have to do a double take back over the roof to make sure that this motherfucker ain't moved.
As soon as he looks away to see him and then look back at me, I'm doing this.
Slowly back away. Okay. Alright, I see what we're doing here. And I slowly pick up my sword.
Am I within 30 feet?
Yeah, probably at this point.
I have my mage hand already cast.
Hey,
Hey.
What up, Nate?
how's it going?
Howdy.
Oh,
What's
hello.
up, dude? What's good with
It's
it?
not who I was expecting to see. I was like,
I
you're
told
not
you to come
Jeremy.
by tonight, baby.
I totally forgot.
New person. We are recording, just so you know your voice is being recorded.
Awesome.
Say
Welcome.
something cool.
What up? What's up, dude?
No, I was just was coming to
Yeah.
switch the vehicles, or
Like I said, you didn't have to drop yours off if you wanted.
okay.
Yeah, is it just you or did Nim come too?
So she's at home. She didn't have a driver's license, so she can't.
Oh!
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Want us to
So I
drop
can
your car off
either
tomorrow?
yeah, I can leave it here. That's
Yeah,
okay.
I'll drop it off.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, we're good.
I didn't think about that. She doesn't have a driver's license.
Yeah, it's all good.
Right on, man.
Okay, cool.
But
We'll probably
yeah,
drop it off
yeah.
tomorrow evening.
Do you thing? Hope the truck doesn't break on you.
Yeah, and I hope it doesn't rain for the farmer's market. We'll see.
Ooh.
Good luck.
Yeah.
It probably will.
Yeah.
So when in Lafayette?
Yeah,
Yeah.
at the horse
You don't
farm.
need
Off
any of
the
your other
Johnston?
keys, do you?
Yeah. I haven't been. I've just always passed by.
I mean, I don't plan on
Yeah.
going anywhere tomorrow, so
Okay.
yeah, I don't need the house keys or anything, so that should be fine.
Alright.
And if I do, I'll just jack your keys.
Cool. I'll check in with you tomorrow, man.
Right on,
Thanks
brother.
again.
Cool.
All right.
Good luck at the market.
Bye, Nate.
Later, guys.
So,
Now, to convince the scream with Peter's character.
Yeah,
I-
so thoroughly confused where I am. Someone better explain what the hell is going on.
Actually, let me get those keys real quick. I'm gonna put something in the truck.
And upon your character saying that, you're going to hear my character laughing. But every ha is going to be in a different voice.
So what did you just say? You said what the fuck?
Someone better explain to me what the hell is going on.
Beep, beep.
And then you hear me cackling at the top of the roof.
And then you turn around and see an elephant.
I'll say hello, friend.
So are y'all all just like converging?
Well,
This
it came
location.
up well in advance
I'm
because
within 30 feet of you. and
We're
I have
further
mage
behind
hand ready
walking
if
up.
you're ready to do something stupid.
Is it? There's a wall that he's leaning up against. Like
oh no, he's kind of like out in between two of the houses, and this one's up on the roof, opposite the side that you guys are walking from. So you might see the back of him up on the roof, and definitely hear the cackling now. And
I'm
he's-
wondering if there's anything behind where he's sitting.
probably not for about a good
Not for a
15
while.
paces or
Good.
so. Yeah.
Okay. Would it be like a field or a fence?
No, it's the beginning of another house.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go lean up against the wall of that house, and I'm gonna use Awakened Mind to whisper into his head.
Yes.
Just accept it, friend.
And you hear, not with your ears, with your mind. Just accept it, friend.
So everyone's just gonna fuck with him?
I am so waiting for Jeremy to get back. That was my whole goal in this, was to keep him tied up until Jeremy got back.
He should be back any minute.
I don't know if that bodes well with my background.
We don't know what the fuck your background is.
We really don't.
That's why it's hilarious.
You invited this bullshit.
Oh, I know your background. Well, I know at least what background you chose.
Yeah.
Cody, do you know if anyone else speaks my other language?
Which other one?
I don't remember which you
What is
have.
it?
I don't want to say it out loud.
I know we speak at least 2
Text it to
languages
him.
in common.
What's
Yeah,
that?
text it to him. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Oh shit.
You got
So
3,
I do
right?
all
Or
my
4?
whispers.
3. Well, I know
Whisper
2
to
of
the
them because I
DM
speak the same 2 as
via
those.
text.
Great. Tinkle.
You let go?
Yeah, I didn't want to drop it.
Well, I'm holding up. Stop doing that every time I walk by.
But that's what it's for.
Yeah, no, it's
Mm.
fair enough. Fair enough. They can't be stopped.
It's
Because
their
he like,
task.
Oh shit.
I know
It's
exactly
true.
what he's doing because I do it to her every single time she walks by.
It messes me up every time.
yeah, it's a little flustering.
Cooking, doing dishes, it's gonna happen.
I gotta readjust every time he touches me.
It's different when there's people
Oh.
here.
Can't sexually harass
I
a significant
don't
other who
think
can't.
anybody else does, but I mean, you can definitely try it.
Okay.
Hey,
I get sexually harassed enough at work.
Is it my turn?
Peter. Okay, I don't believe that.
Huh? No,
Okay.
not far off.
Yeah.
I have a whole host of them, so we'll just guess.
Oh, no, remember because he said it when we were doing our little thing.
Yeah, yeah. So I know that you know what other languages he knows.
I can't speak them though.
Yeah.
Well, I can speak 2 of them, but
That's not a language.
Or is it?
It's Burgunese.
Nice. I'm still staying within 30 feet just to watch him, see what's going on, and
We're not very threatening in our bright
No.
purple outfits, though.
no,
Yeah.
I'm just
I'm
waiting.
just kind of twirling.
She's
waiting.
got like the bright purple
I'm
pants.
cackling on the
like,
fucking rooftop.
You might think she's breaking out in plie and dance, but as an elephant.
She
I'm
doesn't
wearing
do that.
a black robe that is cut to where my feet actually hang out of it.
So I can see you. Do you have little curls?
He looks like
Yeah,
a
he got
monk.
the crow.
He looks like a monk or cleric version of me.
More or less.
Without armor, but yeah.
Alright.
I'm just wearing
So-
leathers, so.
What?
Thanks, babe. See you tomorrow.
I'm gonna put
Except
my
his eyes
sword
are red.
away,
Thank you.
and we are going to talk.
What are we talking about?
And I just replied, talk to him in his voice again.
That is really freaking me out.
I canceled the name.
After you say that, I'll say talking.
Jesus Christ.
I'll echo talking.
Oh man.
Slowly losing myself.
Oh.
Why are they fucking with this one?
Half orc.
Tall friends. We have another tall possible friend.
I don't like the looks of this guy.
You. Who the hell are you? Kilprax. Who the hell is he?
Bad guy.
Who the hell are you?
I never told him my name.
Fuck.
No one knows his name.
In a month. No one's heard. No, you wrote it
No,
out.
I know his
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
You
wrote
wrote
it
it
out
for
for
me.
her.
She's the only one to ask.
I know.
I'm asking. Who the hell are you?
And I just reply, you, in your voice.
I am you.
Just half expecting the chop to come out and you to try and ride on.
I'm too far from him.
Yeah.
To write
I'm too far from
him.
him.
Yeah.
That would be tricky.
Alright. You, what was your name again?
Kilprax.
Kilprax. Is he your friend?
Yes.
Not gonna hurt you. Just come down. I just wanna talk.
Talk. In your voice.
Is he always like this?
Yes.
Yes.
You get used to it.
We always do.
You
Like
say
a
that?
you-
whisper in the head.
Who the hell is saying
Never
that?
move.
Can I see you? Are you like actually behind us, or are you ducked off somewhere?
I mean, he's a little ways off behind you, but yeah, he's just leaned up against the house, just posted up, chilling.
Just black leather armor, black robes, head down, black hair.
I did not suspect you at
Very,
first.
very goth. Very goth.
He's not a Valdalkin.
How many languages do you speak?
The people who live in this fucking town of Valdalkins. We the oddballs in the town.
Celestial and deep speech.
Pretty sure my god does, but I don't. I don't know
You
about
speak?
that.
Oh, that's a good
Yes.
question.
No. Valdalkin are the blue people that live in this town.
Common.
So it may or may not occur to you that
Comment
I decided
posted
to
on,
target
why
you
am I
because you
gonna-
didn't look like everyone else.
Sylvan
That's
is the only weird one.
racist. You don't either.
It's nothing.
Exactly.
English.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
some language that somebody else in the party knows. That's not you.
So in this
Okay.
town, you're the only orc that we've seen. Are you lost?
Is he the only orc we've seen in this town?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of why you were in a staring contest with him.
I may have not seen others on the other side of town.
I mean, you just asked me, have you seen any other orcs in town? You haven't.
Well, they may have, not me.
I don't know. I didn't.
Are y'all approaching that spot?
I'm near you.
We are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're all right here.
I'm still on the
She
roof.
and
We're
I
not
are near
aggressive,
you.
though.
You
He's
have
on the
to-
roof. He's about 15 foot behind you, leaned up against the wall.
talking in your head.
Hi. Who the hell is that?
Am I?
An annoying bird that doesn't know how to talk.
He's with you guys?
They're a friend of
Unfortunately.
ours. It's
I just
Just ignore him.
look at you.
If you entertain it, it only gets worse.
Disdain.
I look back at you with a
it's
blank expression.
different kind of communication.
It's just, are you doing like the common bird thing, just like twitching? It's
Yeah.
like looking at it. That's fucking
Yes.
weird, man. That's fucking
Could my
He only
Could my-
mimics.
mental whisper thing hit him? 30
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
What's the range on that thing?
30 feet.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah. This is, I mean, it'd be on the outskirts of it, but yeah.
Okay. I'll whisper up to him. You find the most interesting ways to have fun.
And you just hear me start laughing again.
See?
That's
That's
telepathic
fucking
laugh.
weird. What about him? Is he your friend too?
Recent,
Yes.
recently awakened.
He was asleep when we first met. He was unconscious, poisoned, you know. Saved him.
Besides the blue people here, you're the only other people I've seen.
Same?
So,
All friends. High five. It's new. I'm bringing it.
are you actually asking for a high five?
No.
Okay, because I was going to be confused and maybe attempt to high five.
Five of what? What's a high? What is high? High five
What is a
of
high five?
What are you guys doing here?
Well,
Looking for the professor.
yeah.
No idea what you're talking about. I do not know a professor.
Yep. You don't know a professor.
What brought you to Conkenburn?
Passing through.
There you go.
There's nothing here. Wherever the wind takes me. Travel.
Okay.
Does he look at all sinister?
No.
No, not
Yeah.
really.
Run of the mill, half orc.
Very
Maybe,
heavy.
shave sides. Got a little orc man bun going. Stout.
Should we do it?
What?
Okay. Nothing. I just.
Why?
Man,
Yeah.
Hey,
Why now?
what's wrong with the man bun?
He's black.
Bruh.
I mean, it's
He's
just going to be
not white.
kind of curly.
It's different.
If you look kind of curly man bun, it would work.
I like your man. I don't like his.
Anyway. Gee.
We're really having debates of man buns.
Right.
Wonderful.
You're
Wonderful.
bald. It doesn't matter to you.
I know. Bald is beautiful.
I did kill the only bald guy we've met so far.
This is very true. This is very true.
How dare you not have man bun?
Damn, you did. This was glorious. Unexpected. But glorious.
Well,
And it made sense for the situation.
Anyway, what's your name?
I'm still staring at him,
Our friend.
debating if I want to stab him.
He's not
Our
Not
friend
even
is
paying
fine.
attention.
He's a little bit different.
I would not use the word different. Annoying.
If you ignore
Yes.
it, it goes away.
No.
Yeah.
No. Anyway, my name is Tamaki.
Can you spell that for me?
T-U-M-A-K-I. A-K-I. Akai.
Sounds
Oh,
very
no.
half orc of you to spell it that way. T-U-M Mackay.
A-C
Been-
M.
Been struggling with English all day today. God. Anyway. I'll go ahead and grab my
God, I haven't
sword,
seen
put
that
that
in
away.
ages.
I feel like I won't need this yet.
You go to look at the roof and it's not there.
Oh! I'm gonna roll a perception check.
Where'd he go?
Oh, that might
Oh, that's
actually
really
be pretty good. 19.
He is about 5 feet from you.
Son of a bitch!
The stealth check wasn't that good, but the acrobatics was insane.
Yeah, that was. He landed silently.
Never do that again.
He will always.
And I reply again in your voice.
Do you say it with inflection?
Hmm?
Do you say it with inflection?
No,
Like again?
exact copy.
Oh, exact copy. Okay, so it's actual.
It's like people that are afraid of mimes, but you're like the worst mime ever. Well, my name is Nybara, and we're trying to find a professor in this town. He wasn't in, and we're still trying to look for him.
Well, I'll gladly lend my service to fellow travelers, except for him. I don't like him.
And I give you that crooked dog look, you know.
Mother. Nope.
Wait.
Nope.
Don't, this isn't weird, but. Oh God.
It's a long one.
That was probably Tasha.
Yeah, it's gotta be Tasha's head. There's no way the hell it is.
I mean, it's just ladies at work. Where I work, it's not just a sausage fest.
Yeah, but why is it in your beard?
I don't
That's
know.
like
Yeah,
a
we're giving you
long-term
credit as
commitment,
Tasha's
bro.
at this
It
point,
like
man.
gets stuck in my neck fat. It kind of like gets stuck in there. Sometimes I don't know.
Works its way up.
I found a whole different hair in my
Okay.
neck fat and fucking chin one time. I threw that shit away though because I'm not explaining this one.
I got you.
Yeah,
Let me add
bitch.
some blonde.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was at work. I wasn't doing anything. I don't know how I got there.
Okay, well, from a lady's perspective, that's not how it looks. Because
Exactly.
you gotta be up close and personal for that shit to get tangled like that up in your
I
hair.
am never that close. That's why I threw that shit away.
I should have left it.
Anyway, before I self-incriminate myself anymore.
So now you have me 5 feet from you staring at you with, you know,
If she ever
the
did,
inquisitive dog
maybe
look.
things. Isn't that right, Peter? Say yes.
Peter's phone's about to start ringing.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, Tasha's not
Oh,
watching.
no. She's sleeping. She is passed out right now.
That's what you
She has it playing while she's sleeping, so when she wakes up.
This is murder 2020 in my house. I don't know. Well, I guess I can travel with you guys and help you find this Professor Man.
Okay.
It's probably the easiest it's ever been to get the whole party together, huh?
I had other ways of introducing Jimothy and him, but since Jimothy was gone for like the 2 hours that I was trying to bring him in, and then he wasn't here, I was just like, well, fuck.
Well,
And
hell.
because he didn't do any backstory with me all week, I didn't know how the hell I was going to introduce him. So I was like,
You're welcome.
I'm gonna let him know.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Let you make your own goddamn decision about where the
Staring
fuck you at.
contest.
It worked.
All of them. I just want you to know if you want
I was really hoping Jeremy would get back before everyone showed up.
fucking fast.
I wanted Jimmy to meet him first. That was my goal.
One day I'm just gonna send you a paragraph.
I
Okay,
didn't
really?
say Diddy. I'm sorry.
Look, do you have
Did
any
you? I
ideas?
didn't even feel anything.
I did.
Why? No! It's the only sexual harassment. Bad touch. Bad
There
touch.
wasn't any footprints.
Well, I just patted you on the head.
Pack didn't look
No,
like it was
Derek.
recently used.
Hello?
No, Amazon packaging.
One grown
Trying to
man
think of
should not
clues.
pet another grown man on the head.
Okay.
Wait, what?
No.
Are
You
we,
missed it. I did it a while ago.
are we patting people? What's
No.
Oh.
it? Get your hands out of my.
Derek has
Out
like
of my
a
body.
good what? 6 inches on me?
What are we talking about?
Wait, are we talking about penises?
Out of my face.
I have about 6 inches on everybody, dude.
Fair enough. So one day we're standing out, like getting ready to go. Session just ended. Derek comes up, stands beside me, and just starts petting me on the head. Because he's an asshole.
It's generally right that the tall reserve. We just sort of do that.
Peter, yeah, but I'll say if you were Charlotte, I would just.
He does that to me.
I've rested a drink on people's heads before, stuff like that. Yeah,
I'm okay with it as long as it's not pitched on stuff. This should only be a manage.
That's
So
a deal breaker.
That's a deal breaker. You can't have the stank.
What if your pits smell real good?
Oh, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Define real good.
Okay.
I don't
I don't know.
So-
it's the kind of thing she's got to define real good.
Okay, so there's a deodorant in that cabinet. It's an Old Spice. The Fiji, I believe, is what it smells like.
Sure, whatever.
That shit smells so fucking good.
That's the candy smelling one.
Yeah.
I'm a Bear Glove man myself.
So, I like that one too.
I'm
That-
whichever
that's-
one's on sale.
That's my third favorite.
Bear Glove.
But I was used to his Dove, and then he wore that for a couple days because he couldn't find his Dove one. And I was like, what is that smell? What is that? And I went nuts for a couple days. So
She went in all pheromone directions.
Right?
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So, and then I found his Dove. I was like, you can't wear the other one right now. Just, and that's what happened.
3 hours later.
I
So,
couldn't even.
Now you have a
like, I
new
had to
group
turn
of
away
adventures
from
to
it.
travel with, and a crow that keeps following you around.
Two, actually.
Now one of them talks to him.
Is there any place in this town that the professor would have
We don't know.
learned, practiced, educated himself?
At his house.
Well, other than that, any place that he would have frequented? Frequented?
I don't know. Are you looking?
Yes.
Are you using investigation?
Roll a
Yes.
d20, honey.
Around town in the city. Who'll be there?
Which one would that be?
There's a spot for
No, like,
investigation.
which one would that be?
Investigation.
Investigation. Okay, sorry. 15.
15? Okay, you ask around, and a couple people mentioned that he does frequent a couple of places in town. He does go to the alchemist shop from time to time to get some minor supplies if he doesn't have his own. He's been to the Citadel. He gets summoned to the Citadel from time to time. The governor that's there, he has dealings with him. He also frequents one of the local inns that's actually in town. Not a tavern, just an inn. And he likes to meet with travelers and talk to people and learn the gossip. So he lives in the town. He gets around.
That's what she said. Yeah.
There's gotta be some way.
I'll start walking up towards the rest of the group. Everything starts at the end. And see if we
Now, does your voice in the mind thing sound like your voice when you actually speak?
Yes.
Well, that's a new 9 fucks for you, ain't it?
Hell, I get myself into just looking around.
So all this time, I guess you're wondering if just you that hears it or if we all hear it. At least until you look at him while he's talking.
I mean, I figure I'm just hearing some shit. I'm seeing some things. So, you know,
Some stuff and some things.
stuff and some things. So probably, yeah, until I hear your voice.
Well, until you notice I'm actually mouthing the words.
True.
And just be like, you.
So I'll wander and see if I can find somebody to maybe point us in the direction of the inn.
Okay. Simple enough. It's actually one of the larger buildings. Probably the second largest building in all the town. Another one that's 2 stories, but it is fairly wide. Also, wider than the professor's place.
Oh, yeah.
So
Can we, or can I read the signs here at least? Or are they still?
most of them are still in Veldalkin. Yes. They,
Fuck.
yeah. I mean, most of them have some kind of symbols or something that indicate.
Little
They're-
campfire or something on it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Then I remember Dugan saying this was basically a dry county, so my methods of talking to people pretty much out.
Yeah. Yeah. Dugan's place BD1 with the Alki.
Player knowledge. Why are we going for the end?
Skin.
I always ask the innkeeper. I haven't. We haven't been able to find the guy anywhere else. I'm just wondering if maybe there's a rumor or something going around. Kind of applying the Skyrim logic to it.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go to the Citadel. Giant thing in the distance.
And that's
Well, it's
where-
not in the distance. You guys have been kind of like hovering
Around it.
around it.
Oh. Well, there's somebody in there, though.
And
You
that's where
guys
the
are looking
governor was?
Where was it?
There you go.
You've never heard the name.
Okay.
You never asked.
Okay. Citadel or try the inn first?
I'm up for the Citadel. I'm not.
Yeah, and just for sleeping. You
Yeah.
can always go there after.
I start walking towards the Citadel.
Okay.
Following.
Start walking towards the Citadel. I mean, it's not hard to miss. It is by and far the largest structure in all of
You
the
did
town.
say there's guards on top?
Yeah, there are guards that do walk along the wall. None of them in menacing fashion. Most of them seem to be lazily carrying their crossbows.
They're mall cops.
Pretty much.
Hmm.
As we pass them, I'll start waving at the ones that I see.
And they kind of give a shrug. Occasionally one of them's like,
That's a weird bunch.
yeah.
They're like, hey.
You are
Yeah, no,
How you
they're not.
doing?
creature.
I'm gonna say they're not exactly flamboyant, baby.
I mean,
But
they are blue.
But they're Philadelphia don't have much of an intimidating presence. Like you haven't really seen
Oh,
any of
honey,
them
it's
that
not
are just like
intimidation.
jacked. Like not a single one of these guys. The Veldelkin are very thin people, for the most part. Very slender folk.
Very easily conquered, is what you're telling me.
Very slender folk. Yeah, they're not exactly large, and yeah, they just meander. They seem to be very, very lackadaisical. Ooh, no.
So I guess all of us walking in towards there. Who's the first person that we see that could possibly help us?
I mean, there's two of them that are down by the actual open gate that leads into the Citadel, at least the Citadel courtyard, the walls. Yeah, absolutely. If you wish to ask one of them.
So I walk up and see the closest one nearing where we are and ask. Oh gosh, I don't speak the dog.
They might speak common.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone speaks common.
Hello, and
Most
good day.
everyone.
I was
Most
hoping
everyone.
you might be able to assist me. Do you know Professor Velo,
Right, just took a joke.
or if you know of him?
So the guards eating lunch with them.
Yeah, right.
I caught you on your break. My apologies.
Ah, good morning, good morning. Professor Villa?
Next
I
time.
haven't seen him around in a while. It's not uncommon for him though.
Does he travel out of the city?
He likes to frequent either the woods or he'll even go all the way to the marshlands from time to time. He likes to collect his ingredients. He likes to test his mettle, as he likes to say. He's an odd fellow, that one. He's as likely to be running from a dog as he is walking towards a plant and talking to it.
Okay. Well, we stopped by to say our regards, and we didn't see him. So, how long has it been? A couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'd probably say 2-3 weeks or so. He was heading out of town. He was heading to the southwest. Southeast. Sorry, southeast.
Where did we come from?
That direction.
Fuck.
Not going back out there, sorry.
So you'd wager he's probably due back fairly soon?
Yeah, he's never gone more than a month or so. A fortnight tends to be his round trip. Longest, maybe 6 weeks.
Fair enough.
Yeah. He travels, but he never travels far. Except for during the long years. He'll usually go to the Indigo City. But that's another year or so from now.
Okay. Well, thank you. Isaac, do you have any concerns while we're here? Or Kilpax?
What?
Or Fenor, any concerns while we're in Citadel?
Yeah, it was like you guys are on the outside of it right now, so.
Do you have any books in there?
Yeah, there'd be books. What kind of books?
Mainly magic, but any will do.
possibly some low magic. Yeah. A lot of people around here dabble.
How does one get there?
You walk, and he just points down the way, and I mean, it's a pretty straight path from the gate to big double door entrance that leads inside of the Citadel. I mean, there's a courtyard maybe 60 feet or so from the wall to the building, and it seems to, I mean, the Citadel itself is a fairly round structure, and the wall follows pretty equal distance all the way around.
You said there's two of them?
Mm-hmm.
Are they both giving us answers or just one?
Just one. The other one's on the other side of it, just kind of sitting. Very, very nonchalant.
I'll give him 1 silver and walk past him.
Okay. He takes 1 silver, tips his head.
So Kilbrax just got into the Citadel?
Yep. Yeah.
I'm repeating the action.
Oh. All right then.
Probably looks at the rest of us like.
So y'all follow suit?
Well, I suppose we're going to the library then.
Yeah.
Oh, my goal's not the library, though.
All right. So y'all approach the Citadel, and the doors are open this time of day. And you walk in, and there seems to be a bit of movement going on in there. A little here, a little there. Nobody seems to pay you over a whole lot of mind.
I'm looking at the staircase.
I mean, a couple of sideways glances, but
It's only because we look different.
pretty much. So you what?
Looking for the staircase.
Okay. I guess go ahead and give me an investigation.
Investigation, that is a 14.
14? Okay. You don't see any stairs directly in your line of sight, and you began to meander,
Yeah.
moving around the people that are giving you sideways glances, and as you're heading along, there seems to be somebody who actually walks towards your group.
Well, he's looking for books. I'm looking for a staircase. I don't know what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
Taking an eyeball stare at the person walking towards our group. What do they look like?
Okay. Seems to be another Valdelkin of pretty moderate stature. It's actually a little hard to tell them most apart. I mean, the facial structures maybe vary a little bit, but as far as builds, they're very similar. The thing that changes drastically between most of them is the clothing that they wear. That is how they really seem to be differentiated. Not to say that all Asians look alike, but hey, or Valdelkins. But he is wearing very, very colorful, mixed colors, like 6, 7, 8, 9 different colors with silver seams on it. It's very showy.
Does this seem to be the governor?
I don't know, you could ask.
I step forward and politely raise my hand. Hello, pardon me, sir.
Ah, my lady, welcome. What can I do for you?
I completely ignore him as I was looking for the staircase.
As do I.
I'm so sorry. Forgive my friends. They're a bit busy. They're looking for some things. So we love the Citadel.
Looking for a thing? What?
Yeah,
What are they?
certain books and such? It's no worries.
Birds? Birds?
No, they're friends of mine. They're. Does he believe me?
No, you're trying to
In
deceive him.
persuasion.
I don't want him to call any guards or anyone. Let me see here.
Take a couple steps back.
10.
Just a moment, my dear. Birds. Do they have do they have names? That. What are they looking for?
One wants to find a high place, and the other one wants to go find books. Hi.
Oh, we might be able to accommodate that. Just gather around, gather. Birds.
Kilprax.
names.
This is Kilprax, and my friend is Delay, and we.
All right. Kilprax. Delay.
I
Is
kind
Brand-
of
is
I
he
looked
really
at him.
Delay? Like,
Okay,
Okay.
so that's a 19, so I definitely hear him.
Yeah, see how distracted I am. I am very distracted.
Bird mind.
High or low?
low, naturally. I know no other way.
18. Okay, so I'll stop.
Between you and me, I believe the other one has been touched.
Are they children?
I'm pretty sure it's retarded.
Will it make you more at ease if I keep an eye on the other one?
I don't know where he's going. I don't know where you would be going then if I don't know where he's going.
He genuinely feels uncomfortable if he doesn't have the best possible vantage point. So you'll probably find him in a rafter or near a window.
Why don't you just mage hand him up into the air?
It only lives 5
Mage Hand only
pounds.
lives 5 pounds. He's 5 foot something.
Then what am I thinking of?
I was.
Bigsby's.
Yeah,
Bigby's
hand.
hand.
The other one.
Yeah, I'm not grown up yet. On that. Well, basically, we're just stopping in, trying to find a friend of ours, an acquaintance,
Ah.
a gentleman.
Somebody that I might know.
We are looking for Professor Velo.
Ah.
No one has seen him in a while, and we just
Ah,
wanted to.
that's normal for him. He likes his adventures.
Do you know where he last went adventuring?
Well, he likes the marshes this time of year.
That's gross.
Well, he likes his mushrooms. And
Weird. Alright.
well, he's a professor. That's what he do.
That's what he do.
I have never known.
That's what he do, you.
As they're talking, whenever I finally get there,
Mm-hmm.
I will say, yes, friend.
Ah. Hi.
Do you have any books?
Well, yes, not much of a library, but we have a few books here, a few books there. Nothing extravagant, but they pass the time.
I'll say here in his voice and I'll point down.
Most on the second floor.
Can I go now?
In a few moments.
What is in here? Like,
I mean, and like I said, whenever you walked in, so in the area that you're at now is a pretty round area, but you see a lot of doors and hallways that branch out from there, and like I said, there's people kind of walking, coming, going.
So they only stop.
Where's the closest wall?
Probably a good 30 feet from you.
Okay, well, standing right next to everyone, I'll pull out my book. I'll start flipping pages and speaking in my third language.
Meanwhile, I'm checking doors looking for
what?
staircase.
What is that? That's can you stop that? Excuse me. That's disturbing. I don't know what you're saying.
Stop that.
Yes, please. That's since
Books now?
a few moments. Just
My apologies.
ah.
Sorry. Are you a higher up person of this area?
Well, I don't know if you know what a governor is, but yes,
Indeed.
I would be the governor.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
We're
And
freaking out.
my apologies. We're outsiders and just
Yeah.
trying to find our friends. So thank you, and we might hopefully
like you
see
just
your
did
library
something.
just to peruse a little.
It's a
Sure.
good roll for something stupid.
I don't see
you
why
mimicking what I
not.
was
The
saying?
books can't
Nope.
leave
That's for
the
finding
building,
the
but
staircase.
if you're just looking for something to read, that's fine.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for this very interesting group
22
of
on the
friends.
staircase.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, finding the staircase, like, he kind of lost track of you. So, yeah, you found the staircase just
I'm
fine.
going upstairs.
Okay,
And,
you go upstairs.
Governor name?
Sorry.
And as soon as I get upstairs, I'm looking for the next staircase. Unless it continues. In which case, I'm going to go to the roof.
I am Governor Malai Iravu.
How do you spell that?
Does the staircase continue past the second floor?
Yeah?
I'm going to the roof.
You go to the roof.
Governor Malai Iravu, thank you very much for your time, and we do appreciate your beautiful citadel. We would just like to see the library, and we do appreciate your time. Fedor?
Okay.
I mean,
I just kind of shrugged.
but thank you, and we look forward to maybe seeing our
Where's
acquaintance.
where are his hands as we're?
I mean, he's
He's
pretty
talking with his
expressive.
hands?
Yeah, he talks with his hands and is just kind of
Okay.
Oh.
I'll
okay.
That was
while
awkward.
while they're talking and she says library again, I'll close my book, put it in my bag, take out a silver, grab his hand while it's flailing, shake it, put a silver in the other hand, and walk away.
Once I make it to the rooftop balcony, I'm assuming,
Yeah.
that's a 22 or acrobatics to get to the top of the roof.
Yeah, you scale. You step outside
No.
and you see some people, and then you just
V-E?
Mhm.
That's what
and everyone's just kind of like,
And I'm going to sit up there and let the wind blow through my feathers.
You let the wind blow through your feathers.
No.
And
That's
I
adorable.
politely sidestep and bow and just kind of walk off towards the library.
Okay.
I just shake my head and follow her.
I'm gonna hang out talking to the governor for a second.
Okay. So yeah, you make your way to the stairs because about all you know is that it's on the second floor. So you will start making your way to the second floor, and I guess we'll keep. Where are you going with them, or are you going with him?
I'm gonna leave Tall, Dark, and Brooding to whatever it is he's gonna be doing.
Okay. And as everybody walks away, he kind of acknowledges. Yes, friend. What can I do for you?
So that was an interesting introduction.
Yeah.
We're obviously quite new, pretty much to the country in general. Just sort of getting
Gotcha.
the lay of the land a bit.
Okay.
And as it appears, it might be a while we wait for the professor to return, perhaps?
That's a likely scenario, yes.
In that event, we'll probably stay in your fine town.
Okay.
Any recommendations on what we should do while we're visiting?
Well, I mean, you could decide to take up and help with some of the farmers in the outskirts of the lands. You could, I'm sure, talking amongst the people, there are probably things that you could do for them. You could talk to the caravans that pass through the towns. You could stay at either the inn or at the dwarf's establishment on the outside of town, if that is more to your suiting. I mean, are you looking for anything in particular while you wait?
Really, I believe the bulk of us are just sort of traveling about as we go. What's the phrase? Sowing our wild oats.
Oh,
Getting
Jesus.
blown out like used tires.
Ooh, that sounds like booty hole badness.
Um,
I'm half orc.
I mean, sowing wild oats. How wild are you looking at?
not
Should I be
nearly
worried?
as wild as you're dreading, I promise.
Oh, okay.
Feral.
I mean, it's kind of whatever you would like to do in our small town within the the
Within
law.
the legal limits of.
Yeah.
I was about to say this is getting rapey.
I'd love to see where this goes. I wish I was
mean-
there. Listening to this conversation.
Are
You're gonna
you
have to
just
follow me.
travelers,
I-
scholars
I was avoiding
for
weird
books? Are you adventurers? Are you sellswords?
Probably should not have followed me.
A little of all of the above. So, well, a little less on the sellsword part, if I'm honest. The two that troubled you first upon entry are probably the weirdest of our bunch. That's really about as weird as they get for.
That's pretty weird.
Well.
Yeah. I mean, you all will definitely draw the ire of the folk. Don't see many or any of y'all ever. It's, I mean, maybe an elf once in a blue moon.
Sure.
Half-orcs maybe a little bit more. They tend to come with caravans from time to time, but the birds, no. The one with the big ears, never seen one of those before.
How have you never seen a fucking elephant? Sorry, I'm okay.
You're not an
So
elephant. You're
She's
an
a big
elephant
fan
person.
of your fashion, at least.
I saw that. She wears it well for being a bigger girl.
Indeed.
She's fabulous.
You mentioned elves every now and then.
Well, yeah, from time to time. Some will pass to head to either the Indigo City or some will go to the Gith Nations, either Zaran or Yankin. Rarely do any of them stay in Veldas very long, but I mean, they do feel a kindred spirit because many of Veldalkin do like to dabble in the low magics. They'll entertain from time to time, but not many stay around here. They usually will go to the northern ports and the capital city if it does them fine.
The capital, I'm assuming, is the Indigo
Disgrace
City.
me with you.
No, then the Indigo City is kind of the center of our
And I don't trust any of you.
continent. It's kind of the central hub for trading between the different countries. The territories tend to have disputes during the long years. They'll hold festivities and competitions for bragging rights.
I saw you. It's like you started looking for it.
It's kind of just a good hub. Large council rules it, governs it, but they don't govern everyone. Each of the territories has their own.
That sounds like an interesting time.
The hell is happening?
You just shut it. Just leave it alone.
I don't know what happened. I'm
I
missing
don't
stuff,
know.
apparently.
The
What
three
is
of us
happening?
are clueless.
Yeah, I guess
I have no
so.
idea what's happening right now.
Matt's the only person that knows what the fuck's going on.
Okay.
I'll thank the governor for his
I
attention
missed whatever just happened now.
with all the appropriate pleasantries. And then say, if you don't mind, I'd like to join my compatriots in.
By all means, second floor. I hope they found it by now, because it's been a few moments. Please just don't cause trouble.
Of course.
Okay. Alright. So you wander off. I don't know how much trouble y'all seek on the way to the library.
No, we don't
Okay.
look for trouble. We're looking for
Yeah,
books.
I'll ask somebody where the library is at
Tapping
once
at
we get to the
someone's
second floor.
Okay. And they point you around the
I don't
left
know. I don't know what's
corridor.
causing it, other than my nerves.
I'm looking for any kind of books that might have just been on my genetics or any ancestry of. Is there any of that here?
I mean, go ahead and give me investigation while you're in there. Since
Is there a librarian?
not really. I mean, there's seems to be people who come in from time to time, and they go into a door that's locked, and they usually will go in with stacks of papers and come out with scrolls or papers, and seems to be kind of a training. But as far as like books go, they're out in the open.
I had a 21
Okay.
for investigation.
Okay. Anybody else looking for any particular kind of books while you're?
I'll stop somebody, ask where the common section is. It's written in common. And I'll ask if there's any spots that have maps of this continent.
Okay. Well, I'm finding maps aren't too difficult. There's a couple of them that seem to be rough sketches. Most of them seem to be of the Veldas territory that you're in. And as far as answering for the common, they just kind of say it's mixed, but the vast majority of the books are in common.
So, most of the maps don't have but this area?
Yeah, I mean, there'll be some maps that seem like they're in greater detail of smaller sections of land, or smaller sections of what might be a greater piece of a map, depicting different areas which you don't seem to line up with the general map of Veldas that you've seen. So, no real one map fit all for the continent itself.
Okay. Well, I'll grab the most, the one that shows the largest area.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pull out my forging kit, paper, and whatnot, and I will make a copy of it.
Okay.
That's a
Does it
natural
really?
19 to 9. Do I add anything?
So we'll use your intelligence on this one. Just
so 21.
21. Okay. Oh, you only have a +2 intelligence. Okay.
I spread my stuff around.
Gotcha. So yeah, and with that, it's a fairly good depiction. It takes you a while, because of the detail and the size of it. I mean, it's a pretty good size map, so I'd say you're probably taking the better part of a couple of hours to do. And I haven't personally completed the map yet, so I'll get
That's
one
fine.
eventually.
With 21, was there anything of the Moon Elf genealogy or anything with any symbols
I
that
mean,
would recognize?
You come across a couple of books that look like they may have been written by elven hands. Doesn't appear to be anything about genealogy. Most of them seem to be stories. Maybe no autobiographies or anything. Just seem to be like folk tales or stories that you possibly even read whenever you were younger. A couple of them that you don't recognize story-wise. They talk about human nations of war and whatnot, so some of them seem to be observed retellings. But nothing that's really about genealogy.
Or how about anything of areas, countries, elven people might have escaped to? Basically with my background story.
I mean, probably the one that really stands out would be the story of the first trek of elves to the Lost Land, which, for those of you that have played in the previous campaign, would be how the first outsiders came to Felinor, depicting of the elves trying to reclaim the land, for it was enlil to their Enkai, and they believed it was their birthright to acquire the greater lands. But and it goes into some detail about how they were lost. There was an armada that was heading towards where they knew it to be, and before their very eyes, ships began to disappear, so they diverted course, and those elves were to never be heard from again. And it's basically a full-on story that's recounting their adventure to and back from that. Some rumor and speculation as to what they thought happened with it. I mean, you're just kind of quick skimming. It doesn't seem like it's anything that pertains to what you're looking for, but it seems pretty interesting in and of itself. It's a pretty regaling tale.
Cool. Thanks.
I guess after completing my map, I'll search for any type of magically inclined books.
Totally
Okay.
heard Lucky Charms.
So yes, you search for
Magically
some
delicious.
magically inclined books. Go ahead and give me an investigation.
15.
15? Okay. You do come across some of them that talk about magic in a few different fundamental ways, kind of some theory crafting as to how magic works, why it even actually exists, some more philosophical styles. Some of them that do depict the low magics, which would be a lot of your cantrips and whatnot. The describing of how they function and what they do. 15. You don't overly see anything that really jumps out to you. You might come across.
I know.
Come on, load up. Alright. And one of them that you do come across seems like it may be the depictions of ritual casting for create and destroy water. If you would be inclined, you could potentially copy it down, but it does seem to be... The notes on it seem very vague, so you're trying to read between the lines, which, as you know, a lot of magic users, whenever they write down their notes, they write it in their own ways. Decoding is sometimes a major part of it, so you have the inclination that this might be for that spell, but the 15, you didn't quite grasp all of the concepts for it. But that's probably the closest thing to anything outside of very, very common and low magic that you discover.
Okay. For that spell, can I attempt to copy it to study it more?
You can always copy it word for word and try to decode it later.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
because your forgery ability, yeah, I'll go ahead and say, give me a check for the forgery. Once again, it'll be using your intelligence modifier.
13.
13? Okay. You think you make a serviceable copy. It does take some time because it spans several pages. And you're trying to make sure to copy all of the what seem like might be different variations of the letters and whatnot in there. You think you've done a pretty good rendering of it. So go ahead and mark down and put in parentheses 13 so that way we'll know the quality of the forgery of potential ritual casting of create and destroy water. I
baby might be having a hard time going to sleep again.
Yeah.
Either that or he's about to walk through the door. We don't know.
Is anyone doing anything else?
I'm enjoying the breeze.
Yes, you are.
I'm just waiting.
Do you do books?
Probably not in here.
Okay.
I don't really do books because I just play
I'm just
stuff.
gonna wander up and down
Okay.
the. Sort of treat it like a Borders or
Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and
Yeah.
Noble. Just
Okay.
Where's coffee?
Oh yeah. That's fine.
Not
just
tickets?
sit in the area by the coffee. You know.
Not
I'm going to specifically look for any kind of like in-depth medical books.
Okay. I
Like
mean, up to this point,
anatomy and
you
whatnot?
probably already spent a good 6-7 hours in here, and you're still
Oh, I
wanting to
think
keep.
I mean, what time we got here? Like
Like
10 o'clock in the morning?
9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll spend a little bit longer. Unless they
Okay.
kick me out. Try it.
Well, I mean, it's getting on the afternoon. I mean, it's 5 o'clock ish hour. So, yeah, you can look through for some medical books. Go ahead and give me an investigation for that.
6.
Yeah, you're not sure exactly what you're looking for. I mean, you have what you read on some anatomy that's from a different point of view.
Yeah.
You don't find anything that matches up with that point of view. So, yeah, you're not exactly successful. I mean, you might have came across some things that might have delved into some healing and some, common medicine potential practices, but you just kind of glazed over those because you had something particularly you were looking for.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Did y'all spend all this time with me at the library, or did y'all bounce?
I probably would have gotten bored about
I'm probably downstairs.
45
2 or
seconds.
3 hours into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, what we're asking is, how long did it take for everyone to leave us here?
Yeah.
I mean, I found my books and was reading storybooks basically, but yeah, it's almost like sundown, so I'll get ready to leave.
Okay. Well, those that left early, who would that have been? I figured as much.
What about the
I'll
orc and
at least
elephant?
waited for them too.
Huh?
Would
I'll
you
at least
be-
wait
would
for
you be
them.
with me around like 4 or 5 o'clock.
About to say,
Yeah,
they,
I'm not
they
leaving
spent
without
6
her.
hours sitting there looking at books.
That's fine.
Like 6-7 hours. Yeah.
I'm a
And
patient
she and
man.
I would have left together around 4 or 5 o'clock.
Okay. So.
Would you have left with them?
Yes.
Them, or would you wait around for me?
I would have probably asked if you were coming.
Oh, I probably would have not heard you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
Because he ends up staying a little longer than they do.
I'll leave
So,
you to your
Isaac,
business.
what would you have done leaving much earlier than your fellows?
I probably would head back towards the inn.
Okay. So you're going to the inn that's in town, or are you
Yes.
going back?
The
Okay.
inn in town.
Okay. Easy enough. Like I said, it's probably the second largest building that's in the town, so it's not hard to. It's not easy to miss. Not hard to find. So yeah, easy enough. You make your way to it. Head on in.
Of which, back a few hours later, what's the weather looking like?
Oh, it is definitely clear. Cloud here or there, but it is pretty beautiful outside.
I have absolutely no intention of leaving that roof then.
Okay. Nope, not the one I was looking for. Which one?
Everyone's good what?
Not
Okay.
really anything keeping us together.
Yeah.
No real reason to.
I would say we're getting spread out in a town.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
If we do it in the forest, then you should worry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you make your way to the inn.
All right. What am I seeing? Is it the type of inn that's set up similar to a bar, tables everywhere kind of deal, and maybe a performance or something to watch?
I mean, whenever you enter into it, you definitely get strong whiffs of like incense that are burning. It smells rather pleasant. There definitely seems to be more pleasantries in here. The colors that most of the people tend to be wearing seem to be draped from the windows. There's furniture that is actually covered in these. So there's contrasting colors, but it's kind of pleasant to the eyes.
Just a club purge kind of deal.
Pretty much, yeah. That's a very good description of it. You see kind of a large lounge area. You walk in and you see kind of like what is the desk area that's over on your left, and then you see a rather large lounge area that's off to your right, where you see some people gathered. Just a little after lunch.
What are you doing?
He's
Wow.
just
Peter
creeping
freak
him
out?
out. Yeah,
He's that tall.
yeah, he is.
Don't
But,
stand next to him. You'll be like a halfling.
You see kind of like a large,
Peter's going
extravagant rug that covers most of this parlor. It's pretty cozy looking.
Alright.
I love fucking with him. Matt noticed immediately.
Yeah,
Always
Yeah.
does.
yeah, he's a cop. He does that.
Peter took a while.
I don't know what. I guess I'll go up to find an innkeep. Is there like I guess it wouldn't be a bar, but is there a counter?
Yeah, absolutely. And there does seem to be somebody that's behind the counter. Is this in the lounge area or in the at the like front desk counter? Kind of like what our lovely ladies do for a living.
Yeah, I'd probably go to the front desk first.
Okay. So yeah, you go to the front desk and seems to be, as usual, a Valdelkin. She seems to be a little more on the petite, small side of things, but she seems very cheery, chipper.
Good afternoon, dear.
Hi, welcome to the Pleasant Harbor. What can I do for you?
I have a small group of friends. We're new in town, and we're hoping to speak with the professor, but I hear he's been out for a couple of weeks, so we're sort of, I guess, biding some time until he returns.
Okay, well, are you looking to get some rooms?
I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure yet. The rest of the group is currently, I believe, still at the library.
Okay. Well, our rates are fairly modest at 2 gold a night for the rooms. We do have the lounge area, which is open even if you're not a resident. By all means, enjoy.
Well, thank you very much. And I will head into the lounge.
Okay. You head into the lounge and you see, like I said, a couple of groups of people.
Peter, I swear to God.
Oh, that would hurt so much.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I already foresee you breaking either the table or shoe rack or your head on.
You break anything, I swear to God.
You bust your ass, you break something.
I'm paying for that. That fucking hurt. That hurt real bad.
Actually,
I needed the rest.
motherfucker. Right, I know, right?
No, back up. Look. One fat guy at a time.
Bless you.
Thank
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's a couple of groups of people there. You do see behind the counter, which seems like it's an ordering area, another female Valdelkin. However, this one's probably about the most stout Valdelkin you've seen in this town yet.
You say stout?
Stout, yes.
Okay.
Like
She racked and stacked.
Just making sure I heard you right.
she
This
how,
bitch is
she
thick.
actually got some arms to her.
Oh,
not-
arms.
Yeah, not these little twig things that most of them seem to be walking around with. Like, you get the sense that she probably could hold her own a little bit.
Damn, I'm not there.
Interesting.
Yes.
I'll go wander up and
How you doing?
uh,
Damn, little mama.
yeah.
Say, bitch, you trying to get this orc dick?
You're not there, bitch. Shut up.
I mean, I would have gone where y'all went. So wherever y'all
No,
went.
it's just him.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just him right now.
Everybody else
Y'all
was
still got
asleep.
another
He
2
left
3
super
hours
early.
out there.
Yeah, he left super early. He wasn't playing around with any of that library.
It's readings for nerds.
Yeah.
I don't know, is there a menu
Oh,
or
he's
anything?
staring.
I don't know. Something for ripped Veldalkin women, I don't know.
You're new. I haven't seen you before.
Voluptuous Vidal.
Get a taste of that. Shit. God, I'm just as bad as guys. Okay.
Actually, if it's the kind of joint where it's like a seat yourself kind of thing, I'd probably just go and sit for a minute and people watch.
Okay. Yeah, you do that, and like I said, I mean, just seems to be a couple of groups, about 3 separate groups of people who are just chitter chattering. I mean, nothing really standing out. For the most part, all of them are Valdalkin.
I'm just gonna sit around and wait, I guess, until the other folks show up.
Okay. Okay. So you sit comfortably back. Do you go up to order any food or anything?
Not just yet. I'm
Okay.
just gonna sit down and look as not creepy as I can.
He's not
Difficult,
touching himself under the
yeah,
table.
But I mean, for the most part, other than a glance here or there, people leave you alone. You know, that doesn't seem like anybody's overly nosy, trying to pry information out of you. I mean,
Good
Okay.
enough for now.
okay.
So come near like 4 or 5 o'clock.
Okay.
I finish up my tasks and I'm like, Fanor, I'm sorry, were you falling asleep?
Just watching.
Well, we should go find a spot to maybe settle in for the night. You up for that?
That would be wonderful.
And Tamaki? Did I say it right?
Yes.
You want to bring him?
Well, have you seen the other 2?
That one. I have no idea where the other one went. What's orcish for retarded?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the one that speaks it.
I call them retarded in orcish.
You don't know what you're saying.
So, do I have any idea, like, the easiest of the easiest way to get to Delay to maybe see where if he wants to come with us, because the library should be closing.
But depending on what your perception is, you can probably spot me from wherever the fuck you're at.
What's your passive perception?
Buttons.
Turn this one. Click it.
Meow.
Go back up to your normal.
Are you
Sensors.
still inside the building?
Yeah, that's gonna make it a significant
Yeah.
detail. Are you inside
If
or
you're
you
still
outside?
Inside.
I'm still inside.
Then no, you
you're,
can't see him.
you're not gonna see me even with natural 20.
Okay, so you saw Kilprax still just chilling.
He is still in the books.
Kilprax. Kilprax. Hey. Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I know you're really engulfed in that. You tired yet? Like, there's food and there's like sleep and drink elsewhere.
Your hair just like.
When you say food, I'll pull a ration out of my bag.
Sleep and drink elsewhere.
Elsewhere.
Elsewhere. Inn.
In.
Do you want to go to the inn? We're leaving the library. They're closing soon.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, well, we're going to the inn when you're done. Got you. And so, Fanor and I walk outside. I'm gonna find my friend. I know he creeped you out, but I walk outside and just look up. I have a perception of 14. Does that work?
I'm not trying to hide, so probably.
And I
You see me
make
napping on the roof.
I make one big whistle. I can't whistle, by the way. Just to try to get Delay's attention.
I hear it. Open my eye. I look down.
Hi.
How high are you?
Food.
How tall is this building?
Now, how high up am I?
That's the
About
closest I could get.
45, 50 feet up.
Igor?
Okay.
Stupid.
I just
Close enough.
Food. Sleep. In.
Thank you, sir.
No.
I just shake my head no and I'm
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
well, we're going to the inn.
yeah, we're walking to the inn, and this is like, 100 and whatever feet up at the top of the citadel. All right, very good. So we walk towards the inn.
Okay.
That's what, 3 of us walking towards there,
Yes, ma'am.
and find the inn. Walk into the inn, obviously, and find the lovely Azek with some bodacious, boob-breasted women in the lounge.
I said I was sitting down. Everybody makes it seem like I went to the strip club.
Well, I mean, it smells like lovely incense, so they might put on a show
Well,
later.
this
You
is
never know.
it's Farm Village. The inn probably is a strip club, so
You know,
I mean, yeah.
it's a maybe.
We may get invited to the orgy pile.
It smells pretty. It smells tempting. It's a maybe. And she's racked and stacked. So hi, I'm hungry.
Okay.
So I walk in and I'm really hungry. I didn't I read through lunch and I'm about to read through dinner. So
Okay.
I'm looking for food.
Okay. So you go up to the counter and the Valdalkin I spoke of earlier, like I said, she's a little more stout than the rest that you've seen so far. What can I do for you?
Hi, madam. This evening, what do you have for dinner?
We have either roasted leek or smoked sausage and dried artichoke.
May I have the second with what drinks do you have? Any tea?
We do have an array of teas, yes. We also have some fresh squeezed juices.
What would you say the fruitiest, tastiest thing you would have would be?
Probably
Probably the governor.
God damn. All right. So yeah, that happened.
What happened?
The
I made
fruitiest,
up
tastiest thing in the Citadel is the governor.
Wait,
I
what?
was asking about teas, and he comes up the governor. The fruitiest thing in the Citadel.
we do have some of the short leaf variety of teas, and we do put in some zest, if that would appease your liking.
That sounds lovely with the second dinner option that you had mentioned.
The smoked sausage and dried artichoke.
Yes.
Okay, that'll be 15 copper.
15 copper. Yes, I can do that. Thank you. And do I need to come up and get the item, or can I sit with my friends over here?
We'll bring it out to you, dear.
Thank you. Thank you. Fedor, it runs about 15 copper. Do you have your own?
I got it.
Okay. Wait, for you?
What?
For your meal, you got your meal?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They have food and drink
I
and
might have to
such.
sit on here.
You're good.
Okay.
And I go over and sit by Isaac.
Okay.
Afternoon.
Hi, yes.
How was your adventure?
It was words.
That's why I left.
Lots of words. How was your adventure?
Not so
Blue.
bad.
Lots of blue. Yes.
At this point, I walk up and I sit next to you guys.
Okay. I got food. I am parched and hungry, and yes. So I'm going to have dinner now. Can we stay here while we figure out where that professor guy is?
2 gold a night
Okay.
per room.
I have less
Yes.
than
I don't have to spend 2 gold tonight.
You got that figured out.
Yeah.
I asked what the weather was.
Yeah. Okay. I'm wondering,
pay the 2 gold. Because I know you're uninsured.
Okay, that will help. Thank you, Fenora. Maybe we'll go and we're gonna stay in town for a bit.
Yeah, at least a little bit. See if maybe that professor comes back, I imagine.
So either Marshlands if he ran off, or Indigo City, but that's only every few years, right?
Mm-hmm. And
That's
they said
right.
it wasn't this time.
Right. So Marshlands, he might have ran off and found the mushroom or whatever.
Considering we just came from the marshlands and our adventure through that, I'm less inclined to go
That's
chasing little bastard.
That's what they talked about. That area.
Yes.
Right.
That's where we came
Yeah.
from.
Oh,
That,
negative.
considering that is the only marshes that you know of.
Oh, that was the woods.
Well, the woods
and
were.
marshland.
Yeah, the marshlands were where you started out. Port Alamana
Mhm.
turned into the Silt Marsh.
Oh no.
And you guys traveled through that for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, no.
And then traveled up the Silt Road before the ambush, where then you cut and went through the Cunninleer Forest.
Cunnilingus Forest. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we'll try to find more information. Hang back.
Hopefully he fares better than we did out there.
And if you can cover me on tonight, I'll try to figure out how to get some money. So I go up to, while my food's being cooked, I go up to the innkeep and propose for a room for my friend and I, and
Okay.
figure that out.
So, yes, easy enough. You procure a room for 2 gold.
I would have gone as well.
Okay. Are you getting your own room or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I asked the innkeep, is it a decent deal if you get more than one room? More than one room per group? Is there a discount?
Give a persuasion roll.
14.
14. How large of a group?
Well, we would have 1,
7
2,
now.
6 unless the weather gets bad.
3.
There's
We
7
we
people
might
total.
have 3 or 4 rooms worth of folks.
For 3 rooms, we could do 5 gold a night.
Total?
Yes.
Okay, that would be lovely. So 3 rooms at 5 gold a night, and that'll probably be a really good deal. Before we figure everything out, let me speak with my friends.
Okay.
Who are we thinking of? I'm not paying for anyone else.
I'm saying we all pull in.
Yeah, I'm not paying for anyone else.
Okay.
I know you well enough. I don't know any of them.
Right. And you wanted to be in your own room?
So I'm going to pay my 2 gold.
Okay.
We get situated. 1, 2, 3. And
We know
Jimothy-
Jimothy won't pay.
But he's an orc and he's large.
Sorry, I've got to side with tall, dark, and brooding. I think I'll my own room tonight.
Right, indeed. And I just, well,
So then probably you and Jimothy will get a room unless you're ready to get you your own as well.
I was a slave. I'll sleep outside.
Jimothy is on his own.
But I'm not there yet, so.
Yeah. That's
even still, thank you anyway. We'll just do separate for now until we figure out further for any other days. I do
Okay.
appreciate that, and may I keep that in mind for further note?
absolutely.
And so just one room for my friend and I, and you've got yours covered.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay. So you buy your room. She hands you keys and directs you. Both of them will be on the 2nd floor. All right.
What time is it about now?
It's probably getting on the 7:30ish. The sun is starting to go down, or is mostly down. It's still up, but it's getting late.
And I have food out.
Yes, your food has already came.
How much is food here? 15 copper?
Well, for the meal that they went for.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going
Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably do the same.
Okay, so go ahead and mark off your 15 copper each for the meals you have chosen.
Whenever I leave, I'll try to find a general store before it closes.
Okay. Well, I mean, you were probably leaving just around the time that it is now. Most places have probably started or already fully closed down. You get the sense that not too many of them are stay open till dark, especially during the long days during the summer months. So, yeah. I mean, you probably can locate where it is, but yeah, it's shut down for the evening.
Okay. Then I'll head to the inn.
Okay. You get to the inn and you see them. They are probably wrapped up with their dinners by this point, or some of them that were a little bit later ordering might be still eating on it, but
We'd be grubbing.
you'd be grubbing.
I'll ask about food and see if they by chance sell any paper.
Yeah, they could sell paper. How much are you looking for?
10 sheets, not something crazy.
Okay. 10 sheets would probably run you 2 silver.
Okay. And I'll pay the 15 copper for the food, and I'll toss an additional 2 copper.
Okay.
And I'll buy the paper, obviously.
Okay.
Finishing up.
Yes.
Going towards upstairs, is there, does it look safe? Everything is well kept?
Oh, absolutely. Like I said,
Higher end.
this is a very, very pleasant and comfortable associated inn.
Very comfortable establishment.
Yeah, it is the Pleasant Harbor for a reason.
Okay.
It is, yes, the Pleasant Harbor. So what do you do?
Is there any music being played?
Yeah, Jimothy.
Oh, God.
I was going up to my room.
Since he is not here, we already know that this would be the place that Jimothy would play at.
As soon as those fucking bagpipes come out. I have
I mean, he
no
might have started with
blues.
the flute or the lute first, but yeah, the bagpipes come out eventually.
Actually, if he starts with the flute, I'm going to start with prestidigitation to just fuck up the notes and make a flat one every now and again as he's playing.
Well deserved.
Okay.
Just play along and then herk.
That's perfect, Simon.
Eh.
Perfect.
That doesn't happen often. And continues. You do it a few more times. Must be broken. Tosses the flute, and then the bagpipes come.
And I fucking leave.
He goes the old reliable.
Yeah, you can't make bagpipes sound any worse than they already are.
I really love bagpipes. I just really don't like Jimothy.
Oh, yeah. It seems that the masses, though, seem to rather enjoy it. Some of them seem quite familiar with him.
Well, if he ever pulls out the lute during this time, I will watch him for a little while, and then I will copy his looting with my lute.
Okay. He plays the bagpipes for a while, there will probably be some point in the night where he would switch it up to the lute just because he is a performer and likes to change it up, and you mimic it. So go ahead and give me a performance check.
Dueling banjos.
No, not right.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Wow.
You become the center of attention
Burn.
because
Burn.
your mimicry is almost as if it is a perfect copy, if not maybe even a step ahead of him, as if you are predicting the very notes he is to play within an eighth of a second quicker than him. And the people notice, and the people cheer, and around this time of the night, people start to actually get up and dance, and it seems like they are having a good time.
Sweet.
And then Jimmy's like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, Jimothy tries harder, but
See
you
how
keep
well he
doing
does.
it.
Oh god. He doesn't do very well at all.
I
That
was
is
gonna say,
a natural 7.
he's probably, I think he's got like +7 or +8 to his performance, so it's still not terrible.
It's not terrible, but still not as good as him.
Oh yeah, like I said, it just, he tries and tries and tries. But damn, Kilprax, his mimicry is just predictive and excellent.
Hell
Hell yeah.
It's the devil went down to Georgia. It's sort of.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Alright. What do y'all do?
This is so boring when you start out.
I mean, you all have ample opportunity to do whatever
But
the
we don't
fuck
want to be
you
douchebags this go around.
I didn't say you had to murder shit, but
I have my own motivations for what my character does.
yeah, I was gonna say, if you guys wish to seek out adventures, rumors, jobs, it is
I
upon
think it
you
would be
to
nice
do.
to help them. But
Okay.
I wasn't there to hear that information. Only he was, so I can't.
It's not my fault.
I know.
I'm not following.
No, I probably would have relayed stuff over dinner, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to sit there and not say anything through dinner. I'd be like, okay, fuck that guy, I'm leaving.
This is smoked sausage and dried artichoke. There's not much. It's
Yeah.
a little.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, maybe for you being, the only font you are, just like. Everybody's just like, the fuck? You got a big ass mouth.
The one plate hand stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, well then you didn't.
It has a little.
Okay.
Considering my coin purse, jobs are in the area.
We can do farming.
Well, so then that leads to the question. What do you all decide to do? Are you going to wait out the full time, trying to wait for the professor?
If you knock over those fucking TVs,
I'm not gonna
Because
knock
if you do, then we'll have to calculate in the cost per night, which is the 2 gold a night.
that's gonna be
At
rough.
the
because
end.
we all getting a little low.
Oh,
Thus the question.
My coin purse depends on how long the weather stays good.
Yeah. Thus the question. What do you seek to do? Because this is a small town that is pretty easy going.
I said we kill something.
Yeah,
No, you're new. You don't have any say so.
Look, threats must be eliminated from this world. This is a small farming village. I'm pretty sure they're willing to play good coin for us to help them out with any threats that may come their way.
We have to start
We
some.
tried to
Kinda
go
different.
against the threats of the kobolds and almost lost
Basically,
the
my
north.
goal is to stay on that rooftop long enough to where they don't question me being on the roof anymore. To where I can just come and go as I please.
Hell, half of them forget you're up there until you drop down at some point. They're just like thinking you flew in or some shit.
Damn birds always get in the way.
It's not hard for you to accomplish.
No.
I mean, the Citadel is fairly open, like during the daytime hours. Yeah, and because you're on the very top where most people don't typically go, they don't even check. And they shut and lock things down for the evening, and you're still up there.
I have full intention of sleeping up there at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, so that's not hard for you.
A perching bird is not something to be second guessing.
Oh, I'm not perching. I'm laying down.
Oh
Just chilling.
Ate some crackers out of my ration for lunch. That was it.
So, yes, if you wish to seek out work, that is fully an option.
Yeah, let's check in with the innkeep or front desk person, see if they have any jobs available
Quick
or
jobs.
any ideas of.
Tasks. Projects.
I mean, I'm not doing manual labor.
Jeremy will not be joining us again tonight.
Okay.
Figures much.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say at this point. Yeah.
I figured baby boy had some issues.
Yeah.
Getting to
Baby
sleep.
boy had issues. Rocking chair is comfortable, and Jamie's asleep.
That's fine.
Cool. We just have his shit now.
Thus, he's just on autopilot, playing in.
Playing in the end.
Yeah, playing on the end. That's what he does.
Dueling banjos.
Yeah.
Bad bagpipes.
Loots.
Yeah, loots. Dueling loots.
Okay. So yes, as I said, what would you all like to do?
So we're currently still sitting down at the table, right?
Right.
Everyone's finishing eating.
Well, no. As far as I knew, I thought everybody went to bed already.
Yeah.
I-
Okay, so
Cody's
we're gonna
going
do that
next
the
day
next
at this
morning.
point.
Yeah.
Next
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I don't get me wrong. I enjoy y'all like to live out a single day, but
Go the fuck to sleep and wake up
pick,
again.
yeah, you know, picking up pace, trying to figure out
It's
what
nice.
is it.
Well,
Are you
I
drawn to?
I just have a real quick question.
Yes.
So I go sweet talk the bartender. I ask her about a room. Do I get a free room or do I need to pay my gold?
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to pay.
It's not that kind of place, bro.
Hey,
You're not Dravash anymore. You're a fucking bird. Veldalkin don't like your kind.
says
And
you.
you have no charismas.
True.
A little bit.
I write about today's adventures in the journal.
It's gonna be a good entry on this one.
Contemplating bird murder.
Wonder what 5-foot raven tastes like.
Today I met this piece of shit. Bird.
These niggas is ill.
Weird as hell.
He has no clue how good of an archer I am yet either.
No, it does not.
Good of a what?
Nothing? You don't know yet.
Arch.
So the next morning, I'm going with Isaac downstairs, and hopefully, Fenor will
Nora follows you everywhere.
exactly, and hopefully, I can gather some information about any projects in the area or any assistance that might be of need.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Investigation, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
21.
Okay. So you speak to the front desk. She doesn't let on too much. However, with 21, you speak to Nidla, who is the more stout one who likes to be in the main parlor area. She doesn't appear very early. She gets there probably closer to the 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock hour. You get the sense that they probably don't do a real early breakfast or anything. They get there more to prepare for lunchtime hour, brunch, lunch. You do see people come down, and most of them go out into the actual streets. And early on in the morning, you happen to actually see that a lot of people carry baskets of like fruits and stuff. That seems to be probably the common practice for the early morning meals. But inquiring with her, she gives you a bit more detail than what Isaac got earlier, where there are job opportunities, help tending to the fields, some cattle style help, working with the merchants and vendors that come through town. You probably discuss your pottery skills, and she gives you an inclination that you may be able to use the fires at the Citadel if you wish to utilize that skill. There's a few issues on the outside of town, if you would be so inclined to look into some of those.
I am interested.
Well, that would be for her to decide because she's the one that went down and
Yeah.
speaking
It's
with
just-
Nila.
It's just
We are interested.
That orc is where to go.
So I mean, would that be something that you are?
Possibly so.
Okay.
We're in waiting for God knows when. So
Okay.
in the meanwhile, still adventuring.
Okay. So some other things that she does bring up. There's a herdsman who's had some trouble tracking down some ghosts. It seems that some have went and disappeared recently. There is a caravan that's actually looking to head back towards Port Alamana. They're looking to hire
you guys.
some hands.
Hey,
Oh.
I did a damn good job. I saved your asses.
Was it really that bad?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you not? No, you didn't hear any of.
No,
Yeah.
he didn't.
You
Wa-
need
he
to
didn't
listen
watch
to
the
the other
stream.
one.
A lot of ours was in our one shot.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the one shots were
When you're doing
beforehand.
busy work, just put it on, listen to it. It's not like there's anything to watch.
The one that happened with us wasn't yet recorded, and I have plenty of fucking notes. It was
Yeah.
bad.
And then she also does bring up that one of the locals have reported that their daughter has been missing for about 3 days now.
Mm.
We should take that one. We should help her.
Eh.
She needs help.
I'm not advocating for a player character, but definitely NPC.
Marvelous.
Considering it's an actual person, and maybe the goats are not as imminent, where was this missing daughter?
They were traveling relatively near the Connellier Woods, and that was the last she heard of. She liked to wander the fields and pick flowers, and went out 3 days ago and has not returned.
What's that version of white people? Because I feel like she was that.
Beldalkin.
That they're all. We're in Maine, dude.
Okay. And I give 2 silver to the front desk person, just for the information.
Not the front desk person. What's
The-
her name?
No, sorry, Nila.
Yeah,
The
Nila.
stout person. Stout person.
Yes, the stout one.
Yes.
Yes, young Nila.
And I thank her for her information and that Cornelia Woods, which direction?
That's the
That's where
woods
we
that
were.
you all
Where we
came
went
racing out
into.
of.
That's the woods.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the woods.
Into the woods we go, into the woods.
Anything else happening?
What's wrong with those woods?
Listen to the fucking podcast.
Yes.
I say we take the woods.
Okay,
Wait.
bye.
My hit
help
dice
this
are not
girl.
well enough for that yet.
If she needs our help.
Yeah, so do people here where it's safe. Fuck you.
But how old is she? How old is the girl that's lost?
I don't know. Have you heard of this quest yet?
I mean, I would have been down. I'm a samurai, early to bed, early
You're,
rise,
you're
baby.
probably eavesdropping, walking in behind me.
That's fair.
I heard there was a girl missing. How old is she? She good? Literally you.
And I didn't even call that one.
Anyway.
But that's exactly how you would have done it.
No, not even.
Bull.
Nila
Shit.
doesn't have an exact age, but she knows that she's in her teens.
She too young for you, boo.
That depends. When do Valgadalkin? What's their age range?
Okay, this is getting into very weird territory.
No, because I'm.
It's no weirder than anything else we've done.
Yeah,
That's fair. That's fair.
Kiku
You
are,
did get
are
great
adults at like 12.
I don't need to answer that question.
Same thing with half orcs.
Well, no, half orcs mature at the same rate as humans.
Mm-mm.
No,
Most of them age a little bit faster. Most half orcs don't live
Remember, I
beyond
played a
70 or
half
80.
orc for like 4 years.
True.
Yeah.
True. 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 My fault. No disrespect. I didn't mean to disrespect the game. Still, someone in trouble who could use our help. It's our
See,
duty.
when I did mine, I
I
had
think we have a lot of bird people over the years.
everything written down.
Okay. Well, thank you for the information, Ela. And fuck. I don't want to go back to those woods.
Farm work it is.
Um,
I mean, come on.
We
Look
should,
at me. I got this.
We should save those who are in need.
Yeah, like the ones that need food, need help with their, crops. I
our
got that.
best almost died
How you doing?
from the things that were in the woods.
Look.
Well, from their leader.
Well, technically, those things weren't from the woods. Those things just happened to have chased you through the woods.
But as far as we know, they're in the woods.
Well, as far as you know, there was an ambush out on the main road, and they chased you through the woods.
Still in the woods.
Yeah, I mean, if
We
you
also
believe.
don't have anything now. We don't have big caravans.
True. We can take our time, look for clues, find this missing person. and
Just
return
out of
them home.
curiosity, what is your max health right now?
Yeah, not a lot.
19.
What is your fucking max health?
No, his max health
19?
is not.
Yeah, mine's 28,
it's 19.
sweetheart.
How come he told me his
I
health was
hit him
12?
with
Because I
max.
helped him.
earlier.
He was on the fixed health thing.
So,
He was
I
on
have
right.
28 health.
mm-hmm.
I hit this guy twice,
Mm-hmm.
max, while raging,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and he still knocked me unconscious
No, it's fine.
In one round, I think.
in one round.
It was one.
And I got 2 hits on
Granted,
him only because
action surge. Come on, don't.
there was an action surge in there.
Yeah.
He's
And
a,
he
he was
hit
a
you
bitch
4
of a
times
fighter.
in a single round.
Yeah.
The fuck were y'all fighting?
It
My
wasn't even
God.
him that I was worried
One
about.
dude.
He came up with like 8 people,
How was
challenged us, and then there was
Kobolds?
another like.
Like I
1,000 or
said,
whatever fucking
Pull up
archers.
the video and just listen
You
to
will
it.
have to
Oh my
listen to
God.
it. It was crazy.
We
It's
had-
a kobold. What
Oh
the
no,
fuck?
not that one. That
He
one
was
Oh,
a
I
dragon.
don't know.
Yeah, that one was Dragonborn. There's
No.
Dragonborn, lizard folk, kobolds.
Oh.
Is it
And then-
fucking
And there were a
Fucking
few
It
of them.
was a fighter named Clef. He was a dragonborn fighter.
Clef the
Oh,
Fireborn.
oh, no wonder y'all had some issues with him.
I
Yeah.
think like us 3 have not been attacked by less than like 20 people.
Yeah. We also did
You're
have.
not wrong.
The first one was.
That was a lot.
30 to 40.
I'm sorry, but I
Yeah.
should have gotten extra XP for all that
Like-
bullshit. Or an inspiration point, something.
Level.
I did give you an inspiration point for being the one that stepped up to the one-on-one challenge.
No, I did not hear that. That is not really.
That is
my
not
shit.
my fault if you do not hear my declarations of what you acquired.
I remember you giving everyone an inspiration point. I didn't realize I got an extra.
No, I have not given everybody inspiration point at any given time.
Yes.
You guys acquired it during your one shot, the 3 of you,
Yeah.
because
the acting. We all
Yes.
got into character.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you got one for being for manning up
Yep.
at the challenge, and
Well,
I
I
got one for blowing up Baldy.
apologize.
Yeah.
I did not hear that.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't that get one
Excuse
almost
you,
killing himself?
boo. Excuse you.
Wait, bitch, we both off tomorrow. Fucking
Did Matt
excuse
get
you,
one for almost
bitch.
killing himself?
No, not for almost killing himself. I'm trying to remember a year, guys. I don't remember. I remember the events that happened, but I don't remember, like... I remember you were making it difficult. Yo ass was always walking away. And Maggie was constantly like, I'm just walking around town, and he kept trying to walk around town closer to where your character was at, and your guy just kept going, yeah, I walk this way. I was just like, this motherfucker here.
No, I'm talking about the fight.
Huh?
We're in my house.
Oh yeah, no, I remember the
He
fight.
decides he wants to fight somebody, falls out the house.
Oh, he didn't decide he wanted to fall. He was trying to get a better view and fell out the tree.
I jumped out.
Yeah. just
Yeah, that
saying
natural
himself.
one to spy. I was
Is
jumping
that
out the
when
tree.
we found them?
No. This
Oh.
this was part of their one shot.
It wasn't a one to spy. It was
You guys are both the
acrobatics to
same
get out.
thing.
Yeah. He didn't get out the tree very well.
Yeah.
And he caught a root when he hit
I
the
thought
ground.
you fell because they had noticed you guys were just witnessing like the murder about to happen, and you were trying to get a better vantage point, like you were creeping out the little porthole that is the entrance to his little house, and that's when you rolled the one.
I was jumping down.
Yeah. He wanted to go fight them.
Ah,
I was going to let them do their murder thing on their own and go back to sleep.
yep.
Anywho,
But he had to stir the pot.
that's
We
part of
beat
the
'em.
game.
I'm not even
And
gonna say
your house
as
didn't
far as
burn.
for if you wish to go on the adventure to find the missing girl, I'm not opposed to you splitting the party, seeing who was willing to go with you.
By yourself, literally by yourself. Jimothy won't go. He won't go. He gets 50-50.
You don't know my motivations for things.
Well,
He doesn't know the motivations either, but it's not an impossibility.
okay, so they're like 50-50. You ain't got me. You ain't got him.
Not
You
strong
ain't
enough.
got her.
Not strong enough.
You literally you by yourself, or maybe 3 people.
What are we gonna do? Go find the goats?
No, I'm not finding goats. I'm not finding that. I'm gonna do some hard labor.
And I might go back to
Well,
some
this-
That's
of
what
my-
I'm good at.
Will this increase my strength?
No.
What, hard labor?
Yes.
Do you have any kind of tool proficiencies or skills to offer in manual labor?
Yeah. Muscle.
No, bro.
If you find the right one, I'm not gonna say it's gonna increase your strength score, but you'll get a little more physique out of it. Maybe get to take a shirt off and wow a few blue ladies or something. You never know.
I have a strength of 17. I think I'm.
You're pretty stout. Yeah.
Mine's 17. I mean 16. What's your dex? Yeah, that's fine. You're not gonna last very long.
Like 11.
As of right now, before the night is called, my next plan is
10.
possibly to find someone
My
that has
strength is
clay
8.
and
I am too.
yeah.
What?
Well, not so much pots, but maybe try to find someone that would work with me with enough materials
Mm-hmm.
to make some of the works of the cups, the teacups that I had made previously, just to try to make some money that would be more
Okay.
unique in this area.
Okay.
Because you said that I would be able to do firing where?
In the Citadel, they do have the fires. It's where the blacksmiths usually do their work. Is at a post that's on the not like when you walk into the Citadel, it'll be more around the outside, inside the walls, but the outside of the building. They have some of the fires are linked to the building that way.
That'll be my main source to, while we're waiting on that dude to try to make some money, is find someone that will work with me, because I don't have a lot of money for the materials, that will work with me. I can show my skills as an artisan to make some of the cups and sell some of those. As of right now, I'm nearly broke. And Fenor, I maybe you can make a big cup.
I'll make a me-sized cup.
Yeah.
That might be fun.
So if we have to make some, what is it, shore leaf tea, at least you have a cup big enough to drink out of.
Makes sense.
Okay. Well, I guess then, if that's the route everybody's gonna go, that will be how we will end it off. We'll be deciding on how you all will like to spend at least the beginnings of the next few days for your characters' activities.
Because I do have work tomorrow. That's why I'm
Oh,
like,
you do?
yeah.
I do too.
What time you
Go
work? Oof.
I go to work whenever Webco calls me and tells me the parts are done. Then I gotta go deliver them to Halliburton.
Yeah, we've got like
I gotta get up at
2
5:30.
wedding parties. US
Sucks for
passport,
you.
I'm on
in
call until
and
8
out.
a.m.
Okay.
So we're sold out for that night. We were sold out.
I'm expecting to be called around noonish.
And then tomorrow and
Alright.
the day after.
So, what you want to try and do your pottery working? What would you like to do for at least the foreseeable future for your character?
I was either going to
I can
attempt to do the pot thing, or was gonna do manual labor.
Okay.
I'm okay for either. Depends on what.
And we can stick together because I can go with her on field days and then she can
Yeah,
go
we
with me
can
on cup
alternate.
days.
Okay.
Yeah, that
That'll
would
be
be
a team
good.
thing.
Okay.
Because I don't do the separation thing.
Okay.
So So
Has it?
field day and then a cup day.
That'll work.
I will probably wander around making a nuisance of myself, asking people questions.
Okay. So, are you trying to discern any kind of information, like you're doing research, or are you just meandering?
Mostly meandering, trying to see if I can
You can move the chair here.
ascertain anything that sounds like what my initial friend who brought me here.
Okay. Okay.
Just anything along those lines. Because I'm not helping any of these fucking people.
Yeah, that's not your style.
Well, you know my story with it.
Yes, I do.
You never shared that with us, right?
I did not.
Okay.
I don't think she knows.
All right. What about you? Two. All right. Okay. You got his name. Tumaki.
And I do
It's the bottom front against the wall.
manual labor and
So I forgot we
look
moved
for
the strip
clues on
that
the
side.
outskirts of the woods.
Sure. Yeah, we can do a little bit of both of that. What about Kilprax? What would he like to spend his at least the initial days waiting?
I'm going to see if there's any morgue or something I can help.
Okay.
The fuck?
Be eating some people.
What about you, Delay? You just
Well, at some point the next day, I'll get bored. I'll get down off the roof. Wander around town until I find a butcher. Go take my dog out, ask him, I'm a hunter, would you pay for game?
okay.
So
Okay.
you're going into the woods?
Yeah.
Of course you had to go. Of course it'd be you.
All right. So,
And if I can't find work there, I'll try to get close to the scholars and see if there's any
okay.
scroll writing, copying they have.
Okay. So, I will have some quick rolls for everybody then, real quick.
Oh shit.
That would have been nice to know 20.
Well, I was trying to gather what everybody was going to attempt to do, and
They
then
said, hey,
we'll
fucking dice roll.
we'll do. I'll get your dice rolls now, and then I will get the results of those to everybody. So, all right.
You adding anything?
Hold on.
You just gotta think about it, what each of everyone's doing.
Yeah. Alright, so for those who are doing work, since you are planning on doing work with a specialization, you can use your proficiency bonus with it, since you have the tools for pottery and it's your special crafting. And utilize dexterity as your other modifier, so dex plus proficiency for your rolls. Since you are looking for more manual labor, we'll say make it athletics as for your check.
Okay, 19.
Okay, so okay.
Hold on, in the works.
Okay. So for Kilprack, you were wanting to do work. Yeah, there's not really a morgue. They talked about a grave site, but
Well, I mean, any place they
Get
kind
mad
of
roll
prepare
out
bodies for burial.
there is a local church where it's probably done at, but there's not any dead at the moment
Okay.
that you know of. So yeah, it's probably
Okay. Then I'll try to get close to scholars, see if there's anything that needs to be
okay.
rewritten or.
Okay. Well then, because you're going to be utilizing your forging skill, go ahead and give me your roll at advantage for that.
With intelligence?
Yes.
Trying to find the
Well, intelligence or dex, because
They're the same.
it's not like you're trying to do what you were doing earlier, where you were trying to do the decipher right well enough to recreate a decipherable document. Now you're just truly making official copies.
14.
Okay.
Or extras at the bottom.
All right, and
Your potter's tools are in your equipment and stuff. But it didn't have much in the way of-
and Azek, or well, you're gonna go hunting. Because possibly gonna go to the woods. We may wait for the woods part of it, but let's check and see how well
I
hunting
imagine
goes.
there's
Maybe
not
on
too much game in the plains.
Proficiency
So.
bonus.
maybe not, but
Right
let's
there.
just see
Oh, well, fuck.
what you roll for
You
hunting.
have to pull down on it because when you see it just.
Oh.
Attack rolls or
Oh.
There you go.
So,
Yeah.
three.
Give me just a singular attack roll. That'll be
That's a
for
D20 plus 2.
so that is going to be a 16.
16. Okay. And let's see. Whenever you're ready to do your manual labor, it'll be athletics as well. And then you do whenever.
12.
12.
That is
Okay.
insane, bro. I'm just
It
kidding.
was 9 plus. You said the
Proficiency
20
plus what?
plus dex.
Proficiency plus dex.
1. It was plus 1.
Okay. So that would have been plus 3 total. Alright, and then secondly, because it's a specific craft, also do one that'll be proficiency plus your charisma modifier.
Like another roll?
Yes. Because you're doing something specifically for your guild artisanship, there's two ways of doing it. The quality versus your salesmanship. So this is something that your character is actually built towards. So you're gonna get a little extra to go with it.
15.
15.
3 plus 3.
Okay.
And I did that one if you weren't sure.
Oh, yeah. You got me.
So roll plus the charisma.
Charisma and proficiency. So-
plus 5.
So, okay.
9 again.
No,
Plus
that,
your charisma is.
So
right,
that would be
plus
14.
3 plus 2. That's only 11.
No.
This
9 plus
this
5
is a 6.
Oh, that's
Oh.
a 6, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not rolling so well.
It's okay. And then Azek, go ahead.
Why did my stats hold off?
Do I need to make like survival checks for clues as well, since I'm searching the outskirts of these woods?
Please be more investigation.
Or investigate, whichever.
Yeah, no, let's do survival. That's
Okay.
that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Good, I'm proficient with that. 5.
The one person who didn't want to go to the woods with you.
I mean,
Granted, my
So
goal's
does that mean
different,
we're
but
doing D&D stuff tomorrow?
What do you mean?
Well, don't you have to do stuff with all this?
Oh, I can. You're gonna sleep till noon, so I have plenty of time to
Well,
do.
no, because I'm off tomorrow. I've been getting up at like 7:30. Like after you leave, I'm up.
Okay.
But I do work Sunday. I'm gonna work on it Sunday.
Oh yeah, I'm not too worried. I'll probably do some writing tomorrow. I'll probably do a lot on Sunday. So,
The dex plus proficiency was what kind of roll?
that was for like the quality of what you were working with, like working with the actual pottery clay and whatnot. And then, like I said, the charisma side of it was the salesmanship. You know, even if something's lower quality, you might be able to still sell it off really well. Or you're high quality, maybe you can, you know, both of them kind of adjusted either's DC for it. So I'll figure out how that all works out. And then I was like, I guess just give me either perception or investigation. I'll leave that to your choice because you're
investigation.
Okay.
8.
8. Okay.
I
Okay.
was with a +3.
Mine is a +3. I
All
don't
right.
think anything has anything higher than that.
So I'll work with that. Like I said, I will get with everybody about the results of that, and then we will pick up next week.
Thank you.